Do you have a child?
No.
You just collect baby shoes?
I got these. These are super old. I bought them when I was a shithead. And it was like 2005, the MLK employee store. And I had store credit. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy those for $10. Those are funny. And here I am.
Wow.
It's the longest relationship I've ever been in my life.
You know, one day, maybe you'll pass those on to little Terry that you know. Is it
I
like
hope not. God damn.
Is it a family heirloom now?
Family heirloom, yeah. We got the Guy Fieri ones, and we're going to be passing them on. I don't know. Have I ever showed these off?
I don't
know.
No,
I don't think you have, but I think we've inadvertently started the pod here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of douchey heirlooms. They don't get enough credit. Yeah, look at those.
Yeah, those are sick. I think, Terry, you actually have to have a kid just so that they can wear those.
Yeah.
It's not even up to
I
you.
took a dope
Oh,
Instagram.
I'm sorry. These are the Baby Force 2s.
The baby
My
Force
bad.
2s.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the soul's fucking sick though.
Yeah.
Like this is if they had this on like a
Yeah, those.
We should do a get it. We should put that throw it into a get it or forget it one of these days.
Baby
good news,
Force
they're
2s.
non-marking sole, so they're not going to fuck up the
You can
gym.
hoop.
Yeah.
That's important when you're a baby.
Speaking of importance, y'all want to tell the folks who are listening what we're doing right
Yeah,
now?
let's do it. Let's get into it. What's up? This is Size 10 Podcast. I'm Bjorn. Yeah.
I'll wait for you guys to bring me in.
All right. Yeah, we will.
Okay.
I love it already. I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me on Instagram at SkateCub.
I'm Nick Scalzone. You can follow me at Nick Scalzone Comedy on Instagram.
And we have an awesome guest, Seth Allen, in the house.
Hey, Seth Allen, all platforms, baby. One name, all platforms.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And Assville Podcast.
Have the Assville Podcast.
Yeah, we got a local politician, mayor of
Mayor
Assville.
of Assville,
Co-mayor?
Yes,
Is that how it
co-mayors.
works?
It's a co-mayor situation. We're co-mayoring each other.
It's like, you know what? I'm not going to get into Portland politics. Never mind. That was like the worst fucking content ever.
Yeah.
I love it. And you're rocking the Ball Was Life. We were talking about this crew neck. Can you still buy that? Or
this is a collector's item. You can't get this. The store on Hawthorne, Ball Was Life,
right?
Unfortunately, got a cease and desist letter from a teenage exploiter's Ball Is Life to they had to change their name. So they're back to the basket now, which is still a good store.
It's called Back to the Basket.
Back to the Basket, yeah.
But I didn't know about what Ball Is Life is. You were kind of saying what is Ball Is Life?
Ball Is Life is just a phrase in just the basketball culture of kids have been saying it for a long time who just love playing basketball. They just say Ball Is Life. I used to say Ball Is Life when I was 19 and I kept my shoes and my shorts in my car because ball is life.
Yeah.
You never know
You
when you're
never know
need
when
these
that pickup
things,
game is
right?
going to start cracking.
Exactly.
Gonna
Ball
need
is
to hoop.
life. So then a company comes along that just uses the phrase as the name of their company, right? And Ball is Life is a company, which, by the way, they make a great mixtape. No disrespect. If you go to a hot enough high school game, you will see a middle-aged man with a flat brim backwards hat and a Ball is Life t-shirt holding a camcorder up, filming those kids. And they kind of like create. They actually have made a lot of these kids like influencers online, and because every high school basketball playing kid wants a official Ball Is Life mixtape because like the coolest kids get those. Millions of views.
It's like the new And One mixtape.
Right. Yeah. Actually, it really is. Like, very similar, like the internet version of And One. Yeah. And so, so they've been around for a while. I enjoy their products. Ball Is Life. They follow me on Twitter. Thank you for that.
Oh.
But I was disappointed that they came at local clothing store and purveyor of nostalgic basketball goods. Ball Was Life, who's just making a funny, just use the colloquialism, a word Nick Scalzone taught me about.
I got a good vocabulary.
It's the strongest vocab in the game. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, they do. They just can't get enough.
This guy's a monster in Scrabble.
He's a
Forget
monster.
about it. Forget about it.
Yeah,
Call
I
him
don't
Big
even play Wordle because it wouldn't be fair.
Wow.
Ooh.
Big V Scalzone, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And so, like, it's not a company came up, used that name, but it's not like it's their name. They're borrowing that from an existing culture that says Ball Is Life.
This is like a pun, but a play on.
It's a funny name.
It's a PUC, a play on colloquial.
There you go. Yes.
POs. Okay,
we're gonna workshop that one.
That's what POC means now.
Yeah, definitely. That's the other thing it could mean.
We all decided.
I'm glad that 4 white guys in a basement of a Portland building decided that.
That's where these kind of things get decided, I think.
Unfortunately, that you're exactly right.
Behind the scenes, the power brokers.
Yeah, right.
The culture.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that was kind of a bummer. But so they have to change their name, their logo, their stickers were really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a good
Back
name.
to the basket. It was a great name.
It was a good name that kind of made sense and was a fun pun.
Yeah, I would wear this shirt and people would laugh at the shirt. I wore it to do comedy a lot. Always probably a bad move to be the guy with the funny shirt. And like people are like, "Oh, I like your." They say, "Oh, I like your shirt." After my set,
not comedy.
Nothing about my comedy, but they liked my shirt.
Disrespectful a little bit, but
that'd be a great
take what you can get
credit.
sometimes.
You're like, yeah, I'm a Portland comedian with the best wardrobe.
Yeah,
Best
that's
shirts.
right.
And they're like, how's your material? Yeah, I got great shirts.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Shirt first.
Well, I will say this.
Yeah.
You said it's a good name, and I'm going to offer this.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've ever talked to. I don't have a lot of basketball sicko friends. Gentlemen, I know you like basketball, but the first couple times I drove past there, I thought that it was some sort of like youth outreach thing for like guys who got older and wanted to like mentor.
Like a Big Brothers program.
Yeah, precisely.
Help these kids learn that they actually should do their homework, please.
Or it's like,
Ball is not going to be your life after 12th grade.
It's like, what do y'all do? Oh, well,
You are 5'9" and you cannot jump. You need to do your homework, sir.
They're
Go
like,
back
don't
to
get
math
excited
class,
about all these 6'3" guards.
Yeah.
It ain't for you, bud.
It's not for you. No.
Perhaps a
That is
career
needed.
in accounts. That'll get you far. That'll get you health insurance.
A career in selling old merchandise. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, very quickly, I just want to flag this because like we're a sneaker show. We talk a lot about basketball sneakers, especially old ones.
Yeah.
I am so excited to not be the most knowledgeable basketball person in the room right now.
You might be.
You're a sicko.
Yeah.
Like you go when you were talking about like, oh, people show up to the high school games with like, you know this because you go to those games.
Yeah.
Like, what was it that you were doing this past summer where like
the Portland Pro-Am.
Talk about the Portland Pro-Am a little bit.
Oh, so the Portland Pro-Am, it happens every summer. It's just a really fun, it's like kind of like, they're like pickup games, but it's a lot of guys who are pros who are from the area and they're here in the off season. So they kind of organize these pickup games that are free to just go watch. Very fun, and you'll see like, you know, NBA players, some guys from the Blazers will play, along with like guys that if you're like me, you remember when they were like a star in high school and you haven't seen him for 10 years, and you're like, oh, there he is. You know, he's still got the jumper, you know?
Yeah, he got off work from the plumbing job, and he's like, I'm going to go ball at the Pro-Am.
Yeah, super fun. Sam Whiteley is a comic. Also, he's like very in the local basketball scene, and he got to coach. He was coaching a team.
Oh, nice.
And so I was technically his assistant coach. I did nothing.
What did you guys wear?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Sam, if you know Sam at all, he is a style icon. And he dressed even worse than he normally does for his.
Oh, really?
That's
So on this
impressive.
one, he didn't do the full
dressed-
suit like
didn't
usual.
do a
He
suit.
just
he dressed down. I think there were slides, there was tall socks, big baggy basketball shorts. He did have a clipboard.
That's good.
He had the respect of his players.
Okay.
He had some good strategy out there. I was the
all that
assistant. I
matters.
contributed nothing. I did help. One thing was 2 guys accidentally had the same jersey number, which is
that's a
Oh.
big
that's
problem.
something that happens
And
at the
you
pro-am.
noticed it.
Yeah.
And I was the one who took a piece of tape, and one of them happened to be the star player. So I put a piece of tape next to the 4, made it number 41, so he's good to go.
I'm going to do this specifically for you on that.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone. Please. Yeah, calm down. Sit down. And
No,
then
that game would have been different if you weren't there.
several times throughout the game, the tape started to slip, and I was right there to pat him on the back. And one time he did look at me and he said, "I appreciate it."
There you go.
I was like, "Thank you."
Do you know how hard it
You
is to get a
saved that
line
game.
like that from a teenage athlete or maybe
Well, he's like my age. It was a man-to-man, but you know, it was good. Yeah, and the famous, like the big event of that summer that got on ESPN and stuff was this player who's from Westland, Peyton Pritchard. He had his own team there, and he left the Boston Celtics were playing summer league in Vegas, and he left that team and their actual games so he could come up here
to play Pro-Am?
to play in the Pro-Am.
Oh, my God.
And he He came in and he shot every time down the court, scored 92 points.
Shut the fuck up.
And I was at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my friend Weisenberg, who runs like NBA draft websites and does all this scouting stuff, we were just at the game, and it's like, oh, he is crossing half court and shooting, and the rest of the guys are trying to get the rebound. He got 92 points.
Did you catch his game at Moda very recently, a couple months ago?
Oh no.
We'll talk about it off mic, but it's just like it was hometown hero shit, but the Celtics were blowing the Blazers out, and he was just I think he took 9 threes in the last 3 minutes, and it was just like everyone's going apeshit. It was insane. I was like, he's from Lake Oswego.
Well, it was fun at the pro-am because it's more of like the dominant, I would say the main culture there is very Portland high school basketball, and Peyton's from the big villainous wealthy suburb school. So like those people grew up who are like at that game were rooting against him every year in the playoffs because he wasn't from like a city school. So it was a villainous takeover of the program. It was not like one of the guys got kind of like in his face, like they were like maybe fight him. Of course, Peyton, he's in the NBA. He's not gonna touch he's not gonna punch some local guy. Of course not. But the crowd was like into it, and they were like trying to play like tough defense on him. But I mean, the guy scores 92 points. It's like
All right, last question. Is he the yang to the professor's yang? Is that how it works? Like he's
do
like.
You guys know the professor? We can fill it in. So this is kind of old. The professor was the And One mixtapes. Okay, so a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, we'll start from the beginning. I don't know anything.
A shoe company called And One.
I do remember kids wearing those in middle school.
The shirts that say like they're like big dogs, but for basketball.
Yeah. That's a perfect description.
Yeah. So I know I had a few. I actually have some And One shirts right now in my closet still.
No, Norman Powell still wears them.
He's on. Oh, Norman Powell from the Blaze. Terry, we're getting off the rails here.
I know.
He's endorsed by And One. He plays in the NBA. Anyways, they're still going. But they were a shoe company, and they got they finally like broke out and got a buzz because they used to do a thing where if you bought a pair of their shoes at the mall, they included a mixtape. This was pre-internet of like highlights of originally it was mostly like New York City playground legends, like on guys just like filming it with a handy cam. So it was these guys that you kind of like only could hear about who were like at Rucker Park, like crowds going crazy. And so people would like buy these shoes so they could get this mixtape to watch it.
Just to watch like these guys who are like just a local guy that's just
local
dunking
legends.
on people.
Right. Yeah. And so that got them buzz, and then eventually they had, at the high point of it, they had a reality show on ESPN where you could play your way. It was like they were going on tour across the country, and the reality show aspect was someone like a local Joe could make the team if they did.
Okay.
And the local Joe who made it was from Kaiser, Oregon. He's like a kind of a small white guy named Grayson Boucher, who was nicknamed during the And One mixtape tour the Professor.
The Professor.
And he's still going. He's one of the only And One guys that made the leap from And One to like online influencer. So he still has like a huge following on like YouTube and Instagram. He did he dresses up as Spider-Man, goes and dribbles between people's legs, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
classic TikTok move.
Classic. But I also was at the same tryout as the Professor.
Oh,
I
really?
tried out for And One on the same day as the Professor. I did not get selected. I did not have any success. But a big part of And One is they have this guy, a legendary entertainer named Duke Tango, who walks around the court with a microphone and like MCs the game and yells.
Okay.
Best job in the world.
And so he's he also gives he'll nickname people that stand out. So like Professor's nickname came from Duke Tango, so he has that credibility.
Yeah.
I also got a nickname from Duke Tango.
Hold on.
So I do have a Duke Tango certified And One street ball nickname.
And what is that name?
Jerry Lewis.
Yo.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
This is something he was just like, oh, Jerry Lewis coming down court.
Oh, he was screaming Jerry Lewis. and I was like, I got laughs, you know.
Yeah.
I was getting laughs.
There you go.
I feel like we had a moment.
Yeah.
Not for anything necessarily intentional, but I was getting laughs out there.
So what did your And One tryout entail? Like, what did you have to do?
Oh, you jumped in and you played. They had you could just sign up and play outside in the parking lot, and then the players watched the real players, and they would pick a couple guys to come into the the main event inside, inside the Moda Center or wherever.
So did you make it into the main event?
I made it into the main event because I bought a ticket.
Oh, okay.
But I was not selected.
Sneaky way.
Not even close.
So, but how did he call you Jerry Lewis? Were you were out playing?
I was playing. They call it was it's open run beforehand when it's just guys playing pickup ball trying to get noticed.
Okay.
And so the crowd watches it. There's people there.
And our buddy's out there announcing.
Yes.
Okay.
He puts in a whole day's work. He goes out there, he announces the whole open run, walking around, entertaining people. Then he goes inside and does the same thing for the main game.
Shout out to that guy. It's a hard-working
Duke
American.
Tango. He's still around. He's killing it.
He's still working hard?
Yeah.
I need to get him out of the paint so I can try to get that job. That's because it's just all color, just straight shit talking and making up goofy nicknames. It's busting balls on a professional level, and the people actually listen, which is rare. I feel like sometimes when you're doing announcing,
it's so fun. It's he's roasting people.
Yeah.
He's giving people props if they're if they deserve it. He's just commenting on, if a guy sucks and he keeps shooting, he will definitely say you need to pass the ball. You should stop. He's just it's he's kind of in a way the voice of the fans on the court, but he's also his own thing. He's adds a lot to the game. So
I've said this for years, and then we'll do our can check real quick. But I wish that was an option. We have closed captioning.
Right.
And I wish you could cycle through different people when you watch basketball on television, so you could get commentary from the homers where they're just going ape shit for one team.
Right.
People that know nothing, but they're just oh wow, good for them. The whole thing.
Some players mob.
Exactly. Yeah, precisely. All right, let's do it. What are you boys drinking?
Take it away, Nick.
All right, we're drinking Just Rum from Sandy, Oregon.
Ooh.
And we mixed that with pineapple Fanta. Because
Flat
we got
pineapple
class.
Fanta from my fridge.
Hey, it's got a couple bubbles left in it.
Let me see that bottle over here.
Yeah.
I will say it's got a nice Mountain Dew color to it.
Yeah.
That screams quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, this is.
Well, we took a really high quality booze and put it in.
I can taste
pineapple Fanta.
I can taste how good the rum is through the Fanta, which is impressive.
Yeah, no, this is shout out to David Starr at Just Rum.
Well, you need to shout out Uncle John because this is the Uncle John cut, and we have Uncle John on the label there.
It's got the limited edition medallion that you get with a bottle.
Yeah, there's a little a challenge coin. Just rum, just a coin.
It's hey, finish this, and then you're on your way to AA, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you can put that whole bottle away, you probably should be.
I like that they have to show you on the back where Sandy, Oregon is because...
it's on the way up to Mount Hood.
It's right along beautiful, scenic Highway 26.
Yeah, it's the jewel of Highway 26, really.
The whole way.
They got a nice donut shop there.
Oh, you don't need to sell me on Sandy, Oregon, my friend. I've spent ample time there. I'll give you this back.
I'm selling the fans, dude. I know. I mean,
you're Mr. Sandy.
Yeah.
Damn well.
But yeah, shout out to, was it David Starr?
David Starr.
We talked to David Starr, and he was a friendly guy, and he gave us samples of all of his bottles of rum. And,
wow.
And then we bought one for the pod.
No shit.
Yeah, and so we said we would shout him out on the podcast. So.
Did you say you would ruin his fine spirit with pineapple Fanta?
I wouldn't say ruin. I feel like that's a negative attitude, and we are all about positivity over here.
I was
trying to think of some names for this drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What do you got?
I think given the color, given the punch,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to call it the Incredible Sulk.
The Incredible Sulk is a good one.
That is a good one.
Nick, or Terry, what you got?
Anyone else?
Well, I'm going. I've been in a group chat lately that's dedicated to figuring out ways to harm ET. So I'm going to go with ET piss on this one.
I can see it.
I think it fits the mood more than the taste.
There's a toxic waste look.
Yes.
It does. Nick, what you got?
I don't know. It needs to be something to do with coconut, because to me the mixture ended up tasting like coconut.
It's quite
to
tropical.
Me. Yeah.
Tropical breeze. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is diabetes on the beach.
Yeah, I like that.
That sounds
diabetes
good.
Diabetes on the beach. I like it.
Type 2 sea breeze.
Type 2 sea breeze. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. This is legit what I've been drinking lately because it's just I really like it. I was like, I just had a 2-liter bottle of Fanta.
Can I have some more?
In the yeah. We'll
See that? Hang on.
It just reminds me of Cactus Cooler, which is like,
Cactus Cooler.
Speaking of which, so Bjorn before the show was saying, who the hell, what type of sicko buys a 2-liter of soda? And I was like, this sicko right here, because things like Cactus Cooler, those regional ones, I was just on the East Coast, they have Country Club from Dominican Republic. That shit is fucking incredible, and I absolutely am doing harm to my body every time I go home because I buy a 2-liter of the merengue flavor, and oh my God.
Because my thing is like, what sicko buys I can never finish a 2-liter before it goes flat. Like that, I don't drink soda fast enough.
I feel like aren't 2 liters for like kids' birthday parties?
Yeah,
moms.
Yeah, like moms.
I remember
birthdays.
many 2 liters in my childhood.
Pizzas and 2 liters.
I was just gonna say
you get them from a Pizza Hut.
Right.
Like
right.
you get a 2-liter of Mountain Dew and a 2-liter of like A&W.
Wow.
That's a nice range.
Yeah.
A&W.
Something for everybody, you know.
Something caffeine free.
Was that the Montana flight? We have A&W and we have Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they had to have Mountain Dew, otherwise there's going to be a riot. But
nobody's coming to this fucking party. There's
no
Mountain Dew.
There's no Mountain Dew. Yeah, nobody's going to show up to your
anywhere
party.
that people wear camo hats on a daily basis, Mountain Dew's in the picture.
It is the best.
The Mountain Dew goes in the baby bottle. The root beer's for the sophisticated toddlers.
Yeah, the root beer, you could call that sarsaparilla.
Yeah, sarsaparilla.
I say this,
That'd be fancy.
I got a lot of family in Wisconsin, and they drank a lot of Mountain Dew. That shit.
Gets you where you need to go.
One of these days, I really want to drink.
Where's that?
Nowhere.
Which is working on your truck. I don't know.
Like jury, like trial.
Yeah, gets you to court. Gets you awake for court.
That's one of the things. It's like, I got court today, but it ain't that bad because you know they got Mountain Dews in the green room. And you're like,
ice cold in the vending machine.
If you go to court so often that you call the waiting room the green room.
The green room. Yep.
The green room.
Then you definitely drink a lot of Mountain Dew. That's that kind of guy.
I've only been to I did jury duty. Have you done jury duty?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you like?
I never have.
Big jury duty.
I was on jury duty the whole month of November.
Wait, really?
Oh, damn.
I was not selected. I was super bummed.
Really? I was selected. I was they did the selection on Zoom, which was really cool.
Oh, weird.
It was very cool. Like guys were vaping, guys had their shirts off.
Nice.
I ordered nachos from Grubhub because I'm like, fuck. They're like, this is gonna be 4 hours. I'm like, all right. Boom, boom, boom. And I got picked for that. I got grand jury, which was it's a month in Oregon at least. It's a month. You go Monday through Friday.
Wow.
8 to 5, and you see multiple cases each day, and you just vote on whether or not you think they have enough evidence to move forward. So you don't hear from the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear from
it's like a speed run
defendant.
of court.
It's like basically Oregon has this law where they have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they said, here's the evidence, and their rule is if this doesn't get explained away by the defense, would this be enough to convict a person?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then they give you a list of charges, and you hear from like victims and stuff. So, yeah.
So
is
super
this
fun.
like?
Really,
so is this
really
kind of
exciting.
determining if a case gets thrown out of court? Like, is that what you would be involved in?
But they said like even
there?
if you vote yes, then it goes to like the next step, which they negotiate things. So like almost none of these actually go to trial.
Okay.
Or like it still might get thrown out if the defense finds something. It can get thrown out. I mean, most of it honestly is like somebody's on video doing something and they show you the video, and so you're like, well, yeah, if they can't,
he did it.
if they can't explain why you're doing this on video,
You're like, I'm not an expert, but
then you'll get convicted. Yeah,
Everything's on video.
like, pretty much everything is like it's hard to not be on video doing something.
I feel like I watch a lot of those like serial killer documentaries.
Yeah.
And all of them, it's all just like, the police departments weren't talking to each other, so this guy was just like setting up franchises,
for sure,
killing people, all over the country, and it's just like if they just could get off their high horses and like be like,
be good at police work,
good at police work.
Yeah, I mean,
they would have caught him.
There was some like one guy he was like a serial burglar. Like cat burglar.
so he's good at it, is what you're saying.
Well, no. He's never
good.
When you're sitting there, you're like, I could get away with this shit.
Yep.
Like this guy left fingerprints in every house he went to. He always went to the same plaid pantry with the stolen credit cards 20 minutes after he robbed their house.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
like, he had like bright pink hair. It's like, dude. I was like, dude, if you just wore gloves, this case doesn't exist. They like had his fingerprints inside everybody's house. Like
So,
that
like,
was
literally, if he just followed the advice of, like, fucking CSI.
Yeah, I mean, they're not doing like, oh, we found a hair follicle for like
No, it's-
like
this
some
isn't-
guy that
Nobody,
breaks in
they're
and
not
steals
bringing
some shit. They're
Dexter in to do blood spatter
Dexter's not involved.
analysis.
No.
Blood spatter.
Honestly, I'm shocked that they're even dusting for prints. I thought that's one of the things, like, if you said that to a cop, they'd be like, we ain't done that shit in 20 years.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was because it was like rich people houses and it was the same neighborhood.
Okay.
So once they had like a few happen in the same neighborhood, they're like, all right, let's like, oh, okay, well, it's this guy. Oh, he's been arrested 1,000,000 times so we have his prints. It's like there was always. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
I was just going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
how
like
it
this
turned
day and
out.
age, you just can't get it. You could never get away with that.
No, the only cases that were like that seemed like actual police work to catch a nefarious person were like the child porn ones because that was all like cyber detection. Like they detect some image and it trips and like Microsoft notifies this national agency. They trace the IP and they like trace it all the way into like one apartment in Gresham, you know, and then like they prove that it's like this guy's computer, not his roommate's computer.
Yeah.
And like that was the only thing where I was like, dude, this is like detective shit.
You're like, there's a lot going on here. Yeah.
Everything else was just like, oh yeah, well, this guy's on their Ring camera stealing their car. And so it's like, you know,
You got him. There he is.
unless he has like I have a twin and I was out of
Yeah.
town or
Yeah.
like whatever. Yeah.
Like he did everything except walk up there and show it his fucking social
Right.
security card.
Yes,
like-
exactly.
Wait, you mean to tell me that the Shaggy "it wasn't me" defense is not a good tactic if I get hemmed up?
I learned so much about stealing cars and like how to be better at like you can get out of
You're
it.
taking notes. You're like,
You can get out of it.
there's a
Yeah.
couple magic phrases that pay
Yeah.
when it comes to stealing cars.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh,
Huh.
just say a friend gave it to you. You know, don't ever say you took it. Oh yeah, a friend gave this to me. What's his name? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't know shit. One of the DAs was like, "Do you guys know how to not get indicted?" And he gave us his key, like his bullet points for not getting indicted. He goes, "Don't talk to the cops. Throw your phone in the river. Throw your gun in the river, and don't do anything on camera."
He's saying this to non-criminals?
He was just telling us that.
He's like,
these are my keys.
He's just sharing, you know.
He's
the
like,
love.
we want to keep you
my
on this
God.
side of the law.
He's like, if somebody usually does like all 4 of those,
Yeah.
or at least 3 of them. He's like, yeah, don't say anything to cops. Throw your gun in the river. Throw your phone in the river. And whatever that last one I said, don't do anything on camera.
Don't
He's
do
like,
anything
yeah,
on camera.
the camera was the camera thing right now with like front porch cams.
That's
and
what I was gonna ask,
convenience, and,
yeah.
like,
That one seems like the hardest one of those to arrange.
it's very hard, and like also a lot of like apartment complexes all have a ton of cameras around. Like if like you're doing anything in any kind of residential area, there's probably a camera that can see you if they check. You
So
know?
don't dye my hair pink.
And then
Yeah.
don't dye your hair
it's,
pink.
It's worse if you like look a very unmistakable.
Very
Yeah.
specific. Make like,
Finally,
some very
looking like
specific
every
choices.
fucking asshole in Portland is going to start paying off for me.
Unfortunately, since they
God.
lifted the mask mandate, that's gonna, they're gonna see all of your face.
Well,
which
that's one of the
is-
tactics that I don't get fucking grief when I go to the hardware store.
Yeah, there you go. You'll keep the mask on.
I'm just
and
like,
be
listen,
like,
this
I
big
just
brother?
care
No.
so much.
The state surveillance, I ain't with this shit. And I can just watch people's heads explode while they try to like reconcile their ideas.
I love it.
Speaking
All
of
right.
ideas, let's talk about some shoes.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about some sneakers.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Do I launch into him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
launch into them.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
This is
I'll
my-
hold your,
what are we calling it?
Hold your drink.
Diabetes on the beach.
Diabetes on
Yeah.
the beach. I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a good one. You had a type
Type 2 sea breeze.
Type 2 sea breeze.
All right. So I don't think. Have you had Asics on before?
No.
Yes.
we have not
We
had
have
an
not.
Asics
I've
on.
owned multiple. Oh, on the show?
Yeah.
I did.
No,
I
I'm
did
excited.
wear.
You
I did
personally.
wear my
No, I've never had
Adidas
them on my
street
feet
balls
either.
for you.
Okay, thank
these
you.
are my basketball shoes
Yeah, those
that
are
I've
nice.
never balled in.
Yeah.
because they're fucking clown shoes.
Yeah. Those would be like in basketball. The whole thing of like when someone shows up to play in really hot, nice shoes, they're always number one. Either they're terrible or
Yep.
they sell drugs.
Perfect. Yeah, that's me.
Like those Kobe's.
Either way, they're not there to do anything meaningful on the court.
Either way, it's just how much.
I'm not dunking on
how
anybody.
much shit will you talk to them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, is this a drug dealer or is he terrible?
You gotta know what car they pulled up in first.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, Corolla? Yeah, my man fucking sucks. Yeah, you're about to get cooked.
Do you remember those Kobe's that had the Achilles thing, like the sleeve that would
Yep.
pull up your leg?
Mm-hmm.
That was the drug dealer shoe. Oh, really? Of every drug dealer that like wanted to hoop for a while. It's like, yeah. Escalade, and it's like those Kobe's, and nobody's fouling this guy.
I've seen above the
You
rim.
just notice that nobody's fouling this guy. He's like, all right, yeah. He just does what he wants. Okay. Okay, so I brought some Asics, and I'm a huge.
Pull these up, yeah.
Pull them up, Terry. I have these are some These aren't just any Asics, all right. These are the Gel Lyte 3s, which is a classic.
It's way better than the 2s.
It's well,
3s.
And there is no 4 because that is a unlucky number in Japan. So there's a Gel Lyte 2, there's a 3, and there's a 5.
Wow.
There is no
4s.
4.
It's like the 13th
It's
floor.
like the 13th floor. Yeah, exactly right.
For sneakers.
You're gonna learn. We're gonna learn a lot on this pod. All right,
Yeah,
we're gonna learn how to
this
steal a car.
this
We're
is
gonna learn about
educational.
Asics. All right.
How not to get your business cease and desist.
Yeah. So these are them. All right. This is the box that came in. You know, you got a little note from the designer in there. These are actually these aren't just any Gel Lyte 3s. These are the 30th anniversary OGs.
Legacies.
Yeah. So these came out in like whatever. We don't do math here, right? But like
Math is hard.
one of the things. This is what I like about them. This is these became my shoe de jour, if you will.
Yeah.
There's laces, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't need them. I'm not a fan of laces. These are actually slip-ons in disguise. You see the tongue here is like a split thing.
Wow.
It's a secret fake tongue. All right. So these are slip-ons with laces. Go ahead. Give them a spin.
I'm intrigued.
That's fantastic.
That's
Right?
cool.
Oh, look at that. The whole this comes
Yeah,
around.
it's all connected.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
like
want a
it's
pair
like dress
now.
shoes. Like they have the dress shoes with the little split tongue.
Yeah. You can wear these to court. Yeah.
Totally.
You wear this to your court.
And they're all black.
Honestly, wearing these to court, you'd probably be better off than a lot of other folks that might be in court.
Yeah, give some close-ups on those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like a
Close-ups on
cool, like it's like a black denim almost.
Yeah, denim tops. These are also some of these are rare, like collectible because there's so many modifications of this shoe over the years that there's a lot of like crazy styles and colorways and all that stuff. But I got the black on black for court.
Yeah.
Wait, were these actually your civic
I actually did wear these to jury duty. every
civic
day.
duty shoes?
These are my everyday shoe.
Just to let everyone know you're not
These
fucking
are
around.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's like this little kind of split.
The split
This
tongue.
feels
that's-
graphic for some reason. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Stick
opening
your
those
finger in
shoes
there.
up.
Spread them.
Oh, and you got some custom insoles, I see.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What do the insoles say? Go
Go
Here,
ahead.
I'll pass it back around the horn.
I forgot about the
Got
insoles.
some orthotics and
Yo.
some
Yeah.
Dr. Scholl's,
Got some
baby.
Dr. Shaw.
There we go.
Ooh.
Not to
That's
put you
work
on blast,
in
but-
comfort, baby.
Yeah.
well, I like this too because on the website they're listed as sports style shoes.
Sports
Yeah,
style.
I would not recommend any kind of sport activities in these shoes.
Yeah.
These are more of a going to court type shoe.
There's
not
more
a
going. There's more
Different
of a
type of court, yeah.
Business or pleasure.
different
you know?
court. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this well? So riddle me this, because we've been talking so much about basketball.
Yes.
You've been talking about your history of hooping.
Ah.
Do you own any basketball shoes now, today, 2022?
I still have one pair left as like because I stopped playing because it was hurting my back so much, and I'm too old, too broken, inside and outside.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay, cool. I'm
And-
36, so
Okay. Yeah.
cheers.
All right. Washed, and it's like it's you know, like so I just quit playing because it just it hurt my body so much, and so I have one pair left. I still have my I have Paul George's, which was my last basketball shoe with the big strap across the front sole. I don't know what model they were, but those are like a solid basketball shoe that you still see a lot of players wear those ones. And that's
Not
it.
the Reebok pumps?
No,
Those
not the
aren't-
pumps.
No one's wearing those?
Nobody's wearing the pumps. Nobody's wearing the Kobe's with the Achilles sleeve pull up. But yeah, so I still have those in my closet as like a, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe
just
one
in case.
day.
Or is it one of those things like, once you get rid of them, you're not going to get them again, so it's hard to let go?
I could never justify buying those again. Yeah. Any kind of basketball shoe. No.
Oh, these are these are the 2.5. If they're the ones that I'm thinking of, I'll pull them up in 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I got PG3s and I fucking hate them. These ones?
Yep.
Yeah. So these I like a lot more than the PG3s. This isn't the color that you got?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I think that's the exact shoe.
They do.
That's the exact shoe.
They do like this cool. I always talk about it on the show, but like a cool like little robin's egg speckle on the sole there.
Mm-hmm.
And these things are cool. And they're like you could wear these anywhere for any reason.
The strap is cool. You see, this is one of those shoes you see a lot of other basketball players wear. It's a thing if a player has a signature shoe, but you see other players wearing that signature shoe, you're like, oh, okay, that's a good shoe. Like they just enjoy that shoe. So yeah, this is one of those. It's good. Yep. There we go. It's no Asics.
I was gonna say back to the important
I
stuff.
have a question about another one of your shoes. You made a brief appearance on this podcast before, and you had the Moberly's.
Oh, thank you. I listened to that episode today because I was preparing for the pod.
Okay,
and
some
I was
homework.
so mad at how my co-pod guy Shane was. He was really mean to me.
He was throwing you under the bus.
He blamed me for so many things on that. And he also, the stuff at his house, the technology, whatever, his internet, something, wasn't working. So I let him, we're neighbors, we're around the corner. So I let him come use my place to do your pod.
Right.
And he was still just being like, "Oh, Seth's computer sucks."
Just fucking you up,
dude. You go back to your house. You came here because nothing was working at your place, and you're just shitting all over. Oh, he was blaming so many things on my internet, my computer.
Old pass the buck, Seth.
Oh,
yeah. Now this is your opportunity to really speak.
I had the Moberly's. Now look, Moberly's. I don't know. There's a lesson I have to learn by doing, and I don't know why. Because
I'm the same.
All the signs, in hindsight, all the signs were there. Why did I have to go through this to learn not to do this? It seems so clear.
Explain. I'm in the dark over here. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
He
wasn't involved.
This is
Moberly's. Because all I'm finding on here is Moberly, Missouri.
Pull up Mobrly. There's no
Mobrly. The 2.0?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
All right.
No. I'm not a hater. I build people up. These things?
No.
Are they better or worse than these things?
They were silver. They were like silver camo. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
There, right there. Now look, that says
Sky Footwear.
That says 165.
Yes.
So I did not pay that. This is my problem. I came across through targeted ads.
Uh-oh.
A Kickstarter for a sneaker company.
Okay.
And they said we're Canadian. I thought, okay, I'm interested. I don't know why.
You're like, sure, why not?
I feel like the people that designed this had good health insurance and solid safety net.
A lot of good ideas come out of Canada.
They were free, They were relaxed. They were supported by their government. And they said this is Canadian technology. I'm like, all right.
By the good people that brought you tar sand oil, we have these shoes.
We got Alanis Morissette. We got
Dave
Drake.
Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
Drake would have nothing to do with
The
this.
power couple.
Drake's up there.
Yeah.
If Drake,
Toronto Raptors.
The Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Jim Carrey.
He's
Right.
funny.
I'm tapped. I got nothing. I lost a bit. And these things.
So I got an ad for a Kickstarter, and they're like, if you invest in this Kickstarter, you can get your own pair of Moberly's for $70.
Oh, what a bargain!
And these will retail for at least for $150 plus.
And then on the resale market, sky's the limit, baby.
And I was in the market for a new off-road shoe.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a new hiking thing, right? I need a hiking boot or shoe or whatever. Like I don't always,
sometimes you want to.
I don't always ball. Sometimes I hike.
Sometimes
But if you hike, you need a shoe to hike in.
Right. You know, I got into disc golf.
It's good.
I was
going to
say these seem like a good disc golf shoe.
Golfing shoe.
I'm in the park. You know, I need.
I really want to see you in some of those like those hype Jordans that are like the golf Jordans, but disc golfing in those.
I'm waiting.
I'll go with you. I have
I wear
discs
those.
in my car, and I have those dumb Jordans.
Oh,
like with the spikes and everything.
disc golf is ready for the hype beast sneaker. Like, dude, someone's gonna make a disc sneaker. That's probably
the last time I went
in a
there
garage
was,
right
there was
now.
like a whole section of the tee off box had like a zone where people put all their empty vapes.
Oh my god.
there was like a metal pole and it was full of empty vapes.
It's not a
like cartridges.
We don't need a Sharps box. We need a vape box. Look, we're all
box.
vaping out here.
The fallen soldiers of like Tutti Frutti, Ghirardelli white chocolate. Yeah.
So wait, is every disc golf parking lot just a bunch of Subaru WRXs?
Yes.
Okay. And a bunch of guys get out with a backwards
the
Monster
wing.
Energy drink pack.
Aftermarket mufflers.
Yeah.
And
they all have a sticker that
and a
says
spoiler.
Hooligan.
Yeah.
And they watch 10 block videos all day long, and then they throw frisbees
while they're playing
and
frisbee
pretend
golf.
it's a sport.
They throw discs.
That's awesome.
They throw discs.
It's a frisbee.
Yeah.
How many discs
dare
do you
you?
have?
Difference.
How many discs
There
do you
is
roll
not a
on?
real difference.
only
It's
have
a round
three.
thing.
Three?
You chop.
Okay, cool. I roll on two. I don't have the putter. That's the only one I haven't
Okay.
quite gone to.
Yeah, putter's key. You need a putter.
I should probably get myself a putter.
I'm not a gearhead on the disc golf course. I'm like a humble,
You're just a regular guy.
I just love the game. I just love the game.
You're just out there
for the fresh air in the
sportsmanship.
game.
I'm not here for the gear. I'm here for the camaraderie.
It's just a nice
You
way
go there
to.
and there's a guy wheeling like a cart of discs. You're like, Jesus Christ.
There are guys out there, and you're like, oh, he has a baby with. Oh no, that's discs.
It's just it's like
He's
a push
just
cart
ready
of
for
discs.
every scenario.
Yeah. He's like, how far are we? We're like, I don't know, like 160?
Some guy brings a laser rangefinder like it's golf, and he's just
Like
like,
the whole thing. If you go by yourself, you link up. Guys will be like, "Oh, you want to just link up with us?" And you're like, "Sure." And I'm with these guys and in the park, and they were just like, they couldn't get over that I only had 3 discs. That was like,
really?
hilarious to
Man.
them. And then I was like, "Yeah, I can only throw them one way," and they were just like, "What?
you don't have your techniques down?
What?"
It's unbelievable.
And they were also
Seth.
they drug it out a lot. They were clearly trying to stay away from their families. And they were
Yeah.
and like
Wait, so
a lot
what
of
is
IPAs.
your move? Because I'm for my drive, I actually throw outside.
Yeah.
And then for all the other ones, I do the other hand and I throw this way.
Right.
What's your
I'm
zone?
all I only putt forehand. I'm backhand for all the rest of it.
Okay. Because
So,
someone
like this situation.
I
Okay.
had the same thing happen. I linked up with somebody. I was playing and they were like,
Linking up at the park sounds so much different.
Yeah, right.
It does. Yeah.
It
We linked
sounds
up.
a lot cooler than what I guarantee what it is.
I linked up with a
my
nice
God.
guy at the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
And
he said I had the best forehand he'd ever seen.
Wow.
Like, nobody'd ever. He's like,
Stop bragging.
like no. He was like, nobody throws like that, but I could throw it. Like, because I was
You've
hitting him
developed
pretty
your
quick.
own unconventional style.
You know
it
why?
Sounds like.
Because I used to own a border collie, and I would throw her damn frisbee every day.
Okay.
And that's how I would throw it. It was like this weird rubber Kong frisbee, and that was the only way to get like some serious distance on it.
Okay.
And then when I started playing disc golf, I was like, oh, I've been doing this. This is the same thing.
Yeah, I was with these guys and they were talking to me about because they go watch like when the tour comes through.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're
The
talking
tour.
about how like oh man, Taguchi, he'll roll it 200 yards, man. You won't believe it. They're like, oh fuck it, Paul Macbeth pulls up, dude. They're like dropping that. I'm like, yeah, dude.
They're name dropping
totally.
disc golf pros.
Yeah, dude. Well, Paul Macbeth is the big one.
Oh, is he?
No, he's the goat.
Oh, shout
He's the LeBron.
shout out to Paul
The
Macbeth.
funniest, Paul Macbeth pulls up to his disc golf tournaments, which pros at disc golf are still like, I have a job.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
what I
They're
mean?
not really
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yeah, you make like
You better
Except
own
for
that disc golf company.
A couple. And Paul Macbeth pulls up to disc golf tournaments in a McLaren.
Ooh.
he makes McLaren money off of disc golf
He has
alone.
a $10 million deal.
Wow.
With who?
innovative.
USA. Yeah.
They're a $10 million business.
85% of the budget of this disc
Yeah.
company.
Do you have a signature
Oh my
disc?
god!
Like,
Yeah. And he has this whole story of like started from the bottom, now we're here. He's like, dude, I was in my Corolla.
oh yeah.
Oh,
He's like, I chose this over college. I was just like, I felt
Such a-
it. I was
He's
driving. I was
he's doing the
broke.
Steve Jobs.
That-
Drop out.
Yeah.
That should not be
And throw a
encouraged.
disc.
I'm driving from gig to gig, man, from tournament to
It
tournament.
should almost be illegal for him to tell his life story.
do you think it's
Just-
a bit? Like, do you think it's a put on?
I have a Paul
Thousands of miles
I
on
have
that
I have a Paul
McLaren.
Macbeth hat.
Oh my god! I gotta look this
His
fucker up. Hold
logo's
on.
sick, dude.
I believe
It
you.
was bought for me as a joke,
Is
but
he
I
gonna
do wear it.
When's he got his signature
Oh.
pair of shoes?
Oh,
If he
dude,
doesn't
it's
have his
waiting.
own shoes,
have a
then
It's
shoe?
waiting. It's coming for
if
him.
he doesn't have,
I'm telling you, there's gonna be
I
a
gotta
disc
see
golf
this.
if
shoe.
he doesn't have a Nike collab, then this guy ain't shit.
And I feel like maybe like Kent, like oh, you got Paul
There
Macbeth.
he is.
There he
Oh,
is.
I've seen him.
See?
It looks like a sporty
I-
cat
I follow a couple of
wearing a
disc
nice
things
polo there.
at one point.
He looks like the guy from Succession, just went a different way. Right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe that's
We're
what
gonna-
it
we're
is.
throwing-
Hold on. Is he kind of a bad boy?
Is he the bad
don't
boy
know.
of disc golf?
You know,
Look at
Who's
this
the
one.
bad boy of disc golf?
I think it's
Ooh.
Paul Macbeth with a look
It's kind
like
of the
this.
Dick Weber.
This guy driving a McLaren, I mean, he's something. That's a look.
I do think they should. I like this because I feel like they should go away from golf connection and
Yeah.
just be weirdo. Like this is what
Have their own
weird,
style.
This is weird shit.
He looks
Yeah.
like the
This is-
dude
we're
from
all dumb.
Anthrax who like just kind of got a mortgage and like stopped hanging out on the Lower East Side. I would love to. Maybe I should go be a voyeur at the tour. I should go link up with these guys.
I
Oh,
feel
for
like
you
sure,
could.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll see some rollers you won't believe.
Oh my god, that's the terminology? Rollers?
Yeah, because they can roll it along the ground straight to the kill box.
Oh,
straight to the chains.
wait,
Hold
they
on.
don't even
I don't know the
throw it,
terms.
They
I
just
don't even
tinkle
know.
the chains.
Hold on.
roll it like a bowling ball,
They can.
like the whole way there.
They can.
That's part of the game.
If the
That's-
if the air is too obstructed with trees
You're
and
blowing
whatnot,
my fucking mind
There's
right now.
obstacles.
Holy
No,
shit.
you got to get good at making it do a arc.
they can.
So wait, my bowling skills could convert
Oh, yeah,
over
dude.
to
Oh,
my
you throw a good
to
roller.
my other
Dude,
skills.
you throw a good roller.
just down.
And I'm
Try to-
assuming
I'm now interested because
Okay.
I'm a bowling prodigy. Bjorn will tell
Wow.
you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got him into bowling.
And-
There's actually a bowling golf league that I really wanted to join,
Mm-hmm.
but where half the
No,
time
I
it's
was-
bowling,
I was
half the time
born
it's
to
golf.
bowl, as it turns out. Yeah,
Wow,
it's just
really?
Yeah,
the
he's
Lord
been,
blessed me with those
He's
skills.
been beating me every week.
I have, and Bjorn's practiced for a long time, and I just came in there
What are
like
you,
I
what are you
own the
throwing?
place.
What are you slaying?
I'm slinging.
Dude, you threw like a 166 last
Okay.
I
night.
threw a 181 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that's the best I've ever done. I'm not actually that good, but you know what I'm saying.
You
I'm
still
like-
haven't beat my 225.
I still haven't.
But
I feel like bowling is
But
like.
I beat your overall score this week.
of this league, I've
Oh,
been
wow.
terrible. Like I've just been like a slow trickle down.
You see, this sounds like excuses.
it is
Wow.
excuses.
You encouraged me to bowl,
I got you into it,
and
and he's too good.
and now he's better than me.
I
and
did.
it's
This
fine.
happened with me and my friend Brian
I'm
at
not
laser
better,
tag.
much less
So
consistent.
he was so much better than me. I was like, why did I ever bring you into my fold?
Why did
Yeah.
I? But you know what though? Like the part that I got to keep remembering, he's on my bowling team.
I was
Okay.
gonna
So
say
I
same
get the
team, baby.
benefits from it. We beat like one of the best teams in our league this
We
last.
keep beating good teams.
like we keep beating.
You know.
We keep just like slowly.
Do you have a
Here's
team name?
Yeah,
The Bulldogs.
Okay.
yeah.
It's like an improv team or something.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. No, we're much more talented than any improv team.
That's true. I didn't mean to insult you.
Yeah,
We
No,
were going for
it's-
all these sexual names, and we're like, let's keep it
We
PG.
thought they were
Ball
funny,
dogs.
but yeah, we've got like a T-shirt with a dog. Bjorn designed the
Mm-hmm.
logo. It's got a couple of pins, like a skull
pretty
and
dope.
crossbones.
That sounds good.
Is pretty badass, dude.
I'm pretty bad at but I feel like bowling is one of those things when you go bowling and someone's good, you're just like,
See, I was that guy. I was that guy
too,
rolling
and then
up with the little roller bag.
Here's what happened
with
is he
balls.
talked me into buying a bowling ball. So now
Okay.
if I show up at a bowling
Is
alley,
it drilled to your finger?
oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh my
I now
God.
show up with like a literal bag of like bowling shit, and so
Okay.
I was like, well, now I have to be good enough to
You better live
justify
up to it.
being the dickhead that shows up with a
Yep.
camouflage
You got
bag
the
of
Kobe
bullshit.
Achilles shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah. You
I
gotta live
show
up
up
to
looking
it.
like a prick, and so it's like
You better
I have
bowl
to
over
be able to
100.
throw the little curveball, you know?
Oh God, gotta pick up that 7-10 split.
Exactly.
I tried to this week, and I just hit it straight in the
I
middle.
just
Like,
I
not
just
even.
knocked
I didn't even
so
hit one
many
of them.
pins down that I don't have to worry about splits. But
Wow. Dude, I just knocked him down the first time.
yeah,
there you
you know,
go.
Just hit him the first time.
Way easier.
just
All right,
crush
you want to explain Blow Princess to?
Blow
sure.
Princess?
Yeah.
Okay, no, so we talk about that. There's some recurring subjects on this,
Right.
like rap music. We like rap music.
Okay.
And pickup trucks. We like pickup trucks.
Okay.
Yep.
So in rap music, rappers quite often use the phrase "blow her back out." It's like a sex thing.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
really
Seth is a seasoned.
Yeah.
Have you heard? Have you
rap
heard that
fan.
phrase before?
You've listened
Uttered?
to some rap songs.
I've heard of rap
You've
music.
heard these
yeah.
men brag about
I've heard these men boast.
the damage they may
I've
or
heard
may
these
not
fellows
do.
boast.
Yeah, these-
Braggadocious rappers.
It's a little aggressive.
It's a little aggressive for me.
It's a bit over the top, you know.
Right.
If I was
You used to listen to the Diplomats. What are you talking about?
It's
Come
a
on.
huge
no,
diplomat.
as a term, it's pretty aggressive. I've listened to a lot of rap music. Anyway,
The grossest one I always thought
Yeah.
was beaten guts. I always thought that was too
Yeah.
gross.
But
but
a little much.
that's a little gross too.
Beaten
Yeah,
guts.
I like it.
I always
Beaten
thought beaten guts was
blowing
too
the back
gross.
out sounds like you're genuinely causing an injury.
Like they
I guess
might
beating
not be
guts
able
is
to
a-
work the next day.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Well,
Wait
yeah,
a-
I mean, I've had my back blown out by injury,
Yeah,
and it's not. Let me tell
you
you,
had to take some time off.
it's not fun.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into a car the next day.
right. I just don't understand.
You can't even take an Uber.
Yeah, I can't transition, sit to stand.
Yeah.
Right.
Or stand
Like
to sit.
I feel like that's not a good way to
Nobody
sweeten
wants
the
their
pot
back
when you're
blown
talking
out.
to a
No,
lady.
that's a horrible
babe.
injury.
Right.
Your back blown out.
Yeah.
You
No,
know how you're sitting right now, and it's gonna hurt when you stand after I'm done with you.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it's a ludicrous thing to say, and so we make fun of it.
the rapper,
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's probably said it,
of course.
Double
Yeah.
entendre. Don't ask me how.
Yeah.
but yeah. No, I'm pretty clever like that. But like the other pickup trucks, there's a term in pickup trucks called pavement princess, which is
Uh-huh.
where a guy takes a pickup
Yeah,
truck
he doesn't go off road.
and jacks it up and puts big dumb wheels and
I'm
then
from the
never
country,
goes
Nick
off.
Scalzone.
I was
You
gonna
won't
say.
you won't outdo this with
Oh,
me.
yeah. Just in case there's some
This
crossover
actually-
listeners that have never heard this segment,
Uh-huh.
you know,
What
I
you
gotta
got?
explain.
What you got, Terry?
No, I was gonna say this is kind of like a perfect segment for a guy like Seth because, like I said, you were probably the only person growing up listening to the
Who
type of
knew
rap music that
The
that
term
I.
blow the back out and
Yeah.
also new pavement princess.
Yes, these are both big influences. Those are the two main influences on my life: Pavement
Yeah.
Princess and Blow the Back Out.
All right. Well, that
So.
being said,
Yes.
these shoes, these going to be a pavement princess, or are you blowing the back out?
Oh, I've blown the back out on these. These have done so many open mics. Okay, thank you, Terry.
Yeah.
All right.
You can keep going.
Yeah, keep
Oh
going.
God, get the mic out of my face. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, no. Yeah, these have been everywhere with me, on road, off road. This is my everyday shoe. I wiped these with a Clorox wipe for this pod.
Oh,
wow,
heck
they're
yeah.
COVID safe.
Yes,
There you
Good to
go.
know.
I
Thank
take
you.
it seriously.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Thank you.
So
We do too. We're on the right side of this.
Yeah. So yeah, but these have been I bought them because 120. That's more than I'll usually spend on a shoe, right?
Okay.
But I was gonna wear these. This was gonna be my big splash to be a cool guy on stage at a comedy festival.
There you
It
go.
was gonna be these, which got canceled. Now I'm just a cool guy wearing Asics.
What comedy
Yeah.
festival was it?
It was the SF Sketch Fest,
Oh, cool.
which got rescheduled for 2023.
It got moved all the way.
It seems like maybe you could have just canceled
yeah.
at that point.
You
But
just
Yeah.
stop.
they're like, "Are you available January 23rd, 2023?"
It's like, you know what? I think I can
guess
pencil
so.
you in.
You know what? Let me look into my crystal ball and I'll get back to you.
You know,
Yeah.
if I'm still alive,
Yeah.
sure.
Will any of us be? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good reason. That literally, like, part of what got me into sneakers in the beginning was, like, I got into a comedy festival, and then I went to a sneaker shop, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself.
Yeah,
and
exactly
I treated
right.
myself to my first pair of Jordan 1s.
There you go. Wow, those are very expensive, right?
I bought mids, so they were not that expensive.
Oh, boy.
So I was new to the game. I didn't
Right.
understand that nobody cared about mids. Now people care about mids, but they didn't at the time.
They do. Yeah, there's starting to be like some colorways on the mids that people are pretty hyped about.
Do you know what we're talking about? Mids versus
Yes.
highs and lows? Okay,
I
cool.
do.
Yeah, I was like, there's like all this like shit talking that happens on mids, and it's like, you know what? I have one pair of highs, and then all mids.
Yeah.
When you don't like the highs because they're
I don't like the high; they're
uncomfortable,
too high.
I've never liked highs. I've always loved lows. I've been a lows guy forever. Clyde Drexler, Portland Trailblazer, number 2 all time, if you ask me. Only wore lows.
Okay.
And when I grew up and I was hooping, I was like, dude, lows like Clyde, baby. Lows like Clyde. I don't want everything else is too restrictive. I want the low tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need
Just
that.
keep it
You
super
need that
low.
mobility.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
little
You want to
extra.
feel free out there.
You
You know?
had strong ankles.
You want
at
to
the time?
sprain? No, I have a horrible ankle injury.
Oh, okay.
Lows are a terrible way to go.
So you,
I've had ankle problems my entire life. I should be wearing highs.
but you didn't let that. You were so committed to
let that-
fashion.
You know what else? Clyde also had ankle problems.
I was gonna say, you know who didn't have ankle problems? My man right
Rasheed
here.
Wallace.
Should have taken
Yeah.
some notes from him.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the last guy, and Rasheed, he played in Air Forces, but a lot of people I feel like didn't understand that those are not the Air Forces you buy.
Yeah, they're a little dressed
They were
up.
very surgically enhanced for basketball.
They were like a player exclusive, like they made them for him.
Yes, they had different things in there for his feet to survive basketball.
I can't even imagine playing basketball.
Air Force
in
Ones
forces.
are, I had a whole Air Force One era of my life.
Oh yeah.
I was an all white, low Air Force One guy.
You didn't wear the all blacks.
Bird Gang, Harlem,
You
stand
were-
up. Come on, like
Thank you, Ted. Yeah. No, I never had all blacks because I wasn't a serial killer.
you weren't,
Yeah.
you weren't
I wasn't
smoking
doing
black
home-
and
I wasn't
milds.
doing home
No curb
invasions.
Yeah.
but yeah, I did do a lot of Air Force One lows, and like I could never imagine playing basketball in an Air Force One. But those Rasheed ones, those were very tailored for basketball use by professionals.
Okay.
Don't just think you can slap those on and be Rasheed Wallace. All right.
I've known that, but I don't acknowledge it. I always like just run like yeah, Rasheed was a fucking
Rasheed
goon,
played
man.
in these,
Like
man.
Yeah.
He is great, and he did have a great logo. Like Nike gave him an incredible logo that they don't really do for very many players. But
I got to see this logo.
I'm pulling it up.
very
Yeah, I'm
interested.
curious.
it looks like Rasheed had a very distinctive jump shot. And they made a new logo for him that was on his shoes.
Here you go.
But you can never buy these. You can never these are very hard to they made them for him. They weren't like at Foot Locker. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what Rasheed Wallace shooting a jumper looked like.
Yeah.
They're like very high,
Not
up there.
particularly graceful.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
very graceful looking.
super high
It's
release
like me
point,
playing
fade-
basketball.
You should do one like squatting down, shooting with two hands. Like
yeah.
I
You know what I was
want
really
my
good
own.
at? The two-hand shot.
The under.
Oh, the old
And
grainy
here's
shot.
here's the move though. I could do it
Yeah,
no
see-
look behind the back. Like I could do it so good.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of like look, and I could throw it like that. That's
Over
the
the-
that's the key to no one
The
is
backwards-
like, oh, he's throwing granny style. You're like, oh, but it was over
Over
his
my
head,
head.
so
Nobody's
nobody
ever-
notices.
Can't stop it.
That actually
can't
was
stop
actually the shot that I worked on the most too, because the only basketball I ever played growing up was horse
Yeah.
or variations on
Dude, I
that,
was
you know,
good
with
at
other words.
The wild shots, I could do bounces. I could
But
do all
yeah,
kinds
I
of
would
wild
just I never
things.
played like actual basketball on a court because every time I tried, I just got my ass kicked immediately and I didn't like it.
More of a horse
Yeah,
player.
I'm a horse
pig,
basketballer.
You know, various
Horses
various
good,
Horse
man.
was life for
Horse
me.
was
Yeah,
life.
horse was life for me. And so, yeah, the trick shots like that, bouncing it off the ground, throwing it over the top of my head, you know, going behind the backboard
Yeah.
and throwing it straight up.
Oh yeah.
Just
That's a good
goofing
one.
around. I still made 10% at best of those shots.
Yeah.
But I would just keep trying that until I got it, because then all my friends were like, well, fuck.
Right.
You know, and I was like, yeah, damn right, bro.
That's
Now
what we
you're
call
a
a
hoe.
we call that a volume shooter.
Volume shooter.
And then you're like, yeah, now you're a hoe, and you miss it the next time, you'll be a whore. Fuck you.
I like the idea of somebody at the halftime show where they go out and it's like, all right, for the new Kia Sophia, you got to make the half-court shot, and then they turn around and everyone's like, what the fuck? And then they reverse granny shot, nothing but net, and then they get in the car
Bjorn.
and drive out of the arena.
That's your destiny, man.
Yeah, that sounds like
incredible thing.
Yeah,
I've ever
that
seen.
That's what you've been training for, dude.
I would love to do that.
Do you want to live forever?
Look, and it's like, all right, here we go.
In a Kia?
If you could
Hey,
do
man.
that at Moda, you would be Blazers legend status. Like, the things that Blazers fans attach to are like certainly momentous moments in games,
I
right?
feel like anybody that witnesses a guy
It'd
do
be-
a half-court shot
It'd be
backwards.
Dame. It'd be Bjorn. It'd be Clyde.
No, it would be like Dame,
Walton.
Clyde, the inflatable that crashed into the crowd
Yeah,
a
that
couple
was
years
great.
ago.
That was great.
And then the guy who hits the reverse granny shot to
Yeah.
win the Kia.
The inflatable he's mentioning was they had
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
a thing where
Let me
it was
pull
a-
this shit up.
a
Hold
Ford-
on.
it was a Ford Explorer, sponsored by whatever the local Ford dealership
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was a inflatable Ford Explorer that would fly around and drop some kind of coupons to people.
Okay.
Who would then punch each
So it
other
was
in the
like
face.
a small, like,
For these
Zeppelin,
Not-
basically.
not
No,
small.
it's big. It's a big Ford
very
Explorer.
large.
All right.
So
And
it was
one
it-
time there was a glitch and it just crashed into the crowd.
So it was kind of like a blimp, but
Yes.
a Ford Explorer-shaped blimp
Yes.
Here.
just ran
Here.
in.
Crashing into the One of the great moments in
Oh, that's
NBA history
tremendous.
for sure.
Oh, I love it.
Here is, we're not going to dwell on this too
I gotta
long,
watch more
and it's a
basketball,
bad
dude.
picture,
I
but
know.
If this shit's
I mean,
going
if
on,
it was
there you go.
Can you imagine seeing it and being like, "Oh, it's coming towards us," because it has a lot of
It's coming
fans
right
on it,
at
and you're
me.
like, "Oh no, it comes towards you," but then it goes
Yeah,
up. You know,
I would
and,
have
it
that
goes-
kind of
you're
trust
like, "Oh,
in
no,
my
it's gonna,
fellow
it's
man.
gonna go up. It's gonna go up." It's
So it was
no, this is killing me.
slow
was this
collision.
was this like
The
a
no
drone that was operated by
Yes.
someone, or
Yes,
is this
yes.
so somebody failed in their job
Right.
as the Ford
I don't know
Explorer
if
operator?
we never got the deep dive on was this human error?
I need the
Like
oral
most plane
history.
crashes.
Yeah.
yeah,
We should
We
investigate.
should check the black box on this one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna reach out.
yeah. I
I
think
feel
you
like-
should, Seth. We need to get to the bottom of
Was
this.
this human error or was this a mechanical failure?
Yeah, no, this
Those
is
people died.
The important question.
yeah,
I'm
this is
gonna-
an important
Nobody
question.
died. Everybody laughed.
Right, but someone could have.
But they, I don't know.
Other
You
scenario.
just need to like push your hand out.
Yeah,
like,
to
keep
stop
this
it.
from going into.
What
your-
if
like
they
getting
were really
attacked by a
small?
balloon.
They didn't have a big enough hand.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
crazy things happen.
That's true.
I think in the name of safety, we need to get to the bottom of this. You know?
OSHA did an investigation.
Yeah, we got to get
investigated
OSHA
on
on
it.
the case.
I'm just going to blame it on Neil Olshey, as I do with everything. In the meantime, let's do Get It or Forget It.
Let's take a quick break first.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that's right.
Let's
Take a quick
let's
break.
Take a pee if you have to. I
Never. I never pee.
Couple
You never
jumping
pee?
jacks, get the blood
I never
pumping.
pee. I'm a never pee.
You don't give in.
Just
No, dude.
osmosis.
You never admit defeat.
Okay.
Happens sometimes.
And that explains it a lot.
Oh, speaking of explaining things, gentlemen,
What's up?
I'm going to explain how our listeners can get a great deal by going to bearskin.com, bearskn.com. Use promo code size10. You're going to get 10% off your order, and you're going to get a free size 10 sticker. Only
Yep.
way to get it. One of these days, maybe we'll figure out some other ways. But for the time being, bearskin.com, bearskn.com, size 10 promo code. Get yourself some skivvies. I always do the check. I am wearing bearskins today.
I need to give you some more. I need to.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to say no,
I'm
brother.
wearing them today too. They're very cozy. Everything feels good.
Everything feels good.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
them out.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
get you a pair.
And they got a lot of other stuff. So anyway, check them out. Back to the show. This is now a segment that we refer to as Get It or Forget It. And you may be familiar. You said you were listening to a few episodes, but for those of you at home who are not, we are going to look at a couple pairs of shoes, and I will give y'all a little heads up. Not
Oh.
quite as many shoes as we usually do on Get It or Forget It, but that's
Thank you.
okay. Because really it's about quality.
It's about quantity,
So
baby.
anyway,
We're doing less of them.
So the rub is going to be you don't necessarily have to buy them to get it. It could be something you're like, I really like it a lot. maybe it's not for me, but I would like to see it on feet of people that I like. Forget
Love
it
feet.
is like. Oh, actually, we should have talked about that. Maybe
Wait,
another
what?
episode.
wait. No. What?
So have you guys ever had a foot guy DM you?
No. Well, maybe we have.
Did you just say you?
Yeah.
Maybe me.
Maybe.
Well, I've heard people say on online a saying much like ball is life. I've heard online people say, "Don't post feet.
Don't post feet.
Just don't post your feet." Just
Pandora's
don't post
box.
Did you?
Well, I had an old post on Instagram. I had socks on. There was a cute chihuahua running up, jumping on the couch, and I had my socks on my feet. And out of nowhere one day, during jury duty, I'm riding the bus downtown, right? And I get a DM. Someone likes the old
Ancient,
post.
Like old posts.
And they DM me and they say, "Hey, I'd like to ask you some questions about your feet."
Okay.
And it's like foot fet 8926543. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's pretty
it's
clear
like-
what they're going for.
It's clear what is about to happen, but also I'm like, this is an hour bus ride.
No, I see nothing wrong with your response so far.
So I said, shoot.
Yeah.
What you got?
And they said, first of all, what are your soles like? And I'm like, well, I've never had to describe them before.
You're like,
Soles. And they're like, okay. And they were like, are your feet wide? I was like, yeah, they're very wide. In fact, it's a problem for me. That's one of the reasons why I love these Asics.
Yeah.
Because they're so wide.
Like, I could never wear. So when I was in high school, someone bought us all a team shoe, an Adidas basketball shoe, and I hated wearing those because my feet would bleed.
Oh, really?
My feet are so wide that they
Are you like
bleed.
a double W or whatever?
You're past a D width.
But
You're a double D width.
I have
Double
never,
D width.
I have never been able to wear Adidas.
Okay.
Okay.
They're too narrow.
Yeah.
All right. Shell toes, come on. Why don't you just, chop my
Torture
head off?
toes.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, yeah, actually my feet are very wide. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, interesting. He's like, what else? And he was like, what else about your feet? And I was like, well, they sweat a lot. Like I have very sweaty feet. It's been a whole problem. Like I will just melt through a shoe. All right. And he's like, interesting. He's like, huh, okay. What else? And I was like, well, I tore an Achilles, so like I have a lot of scar tissue. I have a lot of weird bumps on the back of my ankle. And he's like, really? Oh.
Oh, so it's ribbed.
And like he just like, I realized that I have so many foot issues and insecurities that I have just been wishing I could tell somebody,
You're
was
like, this is
actually
so
therapeutic.
therapeutic. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was so into it. I was just like, yeah, and like let me tell you about this other shit I have. I'm like, yeah, they smell so bad. He's like,
That's like
he was like,
gas on the fire. Yep.
Just all M's.
a lot of M's.
I was just the guy
Uppercase
who was
M's.
appreciating you for your
Right.
flaws as opposed to criticizing them.
Right.
That's a good guy.
He just
Shout out to that
and
guy.
he was extremely polite the whole time, and
He made
was,
you feel
And he
good.
was like, "Can you promise me you won't post screenshots of this conversation?" Like he was asking me, like you know what I mean?
Like he doesn't want to
Yeah.
sour his name. The foot
I was-
fed 1, 2, 3, 7
yes. And
is like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of taking it too far in this one.
But he was like,
I don't wanna
I
get
talked to
canceled.
another comedian about their feet, and they screenshotted it and posted it. And then I remembered that I had seen this go viral on Twitter because this is a very distinct guy. Because he's extremely polite. He's like very much like, hey, would you mind if you don't mind too much? How much do they sweat? It's very like, hey, you can tell me no at any time. This is just like, he's like, and I was like, I have seen someone post tweets and go viral. I saw a comic do it, and he was like, yeah, that like really embarrassed me. He told me that, and I was like, well, why? Because you're like foot fet 8, 9, 6, 7, whatever. And he was like, yeah, you're right. He's like, so like, How bad did they stink?
Oh,
How
that's
many
awesome.
people do you think actually heeded his concern? Like, so it's not just the two of you that this guy's.
Oh no, he's reaching out. But I mean, that post was so long ago, and he's just
I feel like
it's
I
like
feel like
FootFet
comics,
whatever likes it, and then he's like a DM in the
Yeah,
you,
like-
you don't know this guy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
box.
Stranger danger box.
the
Yeah.
stranger danger.
I feel like
era.
comics are much more likely than the average person to like see where that goes.
Just like, you know what? Let's.
like
I got the rest of today off.
that
It's
turn
fine.
and-
On
Let's
the
see where
bus,
this
man.
goes.
I was gonna say I feel like that's a very common situation for a lot of comedians as well. It's like, well, I'm on this bus for an hour and a half.
He
Yeah,
was
it's like,
he
you
was
know
like
what?
he did say he said I've just always been interested about people's feet who are in the industry, and I replied, I said, thank you for thinking I'm in the industry.
You're like, I'm at Al's Den this weekend.
The fact that
You
you
can
just
catch
said
me.
that I'm industry. What else do you want to know, buddy?
Yeah. You're like, world is your
What,
oyster.
that's like the best way to butter somebody up too. Like a
Oh.
comic, just be like, "Hey, I've
Oh.
always wanted to know someone who's really hilarious and good at comedy and very
Like, oh.
successful."
Oh yeah, no. If somebody's like hits me up with like, "Oh, I think you're the funniest guy that I've ever seen,"
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll
what-
tell you
It'll
everything.
take me a minute before I'm like, "Oh, this person's just."
What if he had transferred into just like, "Hey, I'm just like trying to get into comedy."
I was just gonna say
like, I was just wondering.
he talks to you
what?
about
I'd
your
fucking give the
feet.
guy advice. It'd be bad. It'd
I'd
be
send
for me, but
lastpdx.com.
like give him
Yeah.
some suggestions. Yeah,
So
go to a
there's
couple open
mic
mics.
on Wednesday at a barn.
I'm going in the other direction. If he's just like, yeah, so how much do they stink? And you're like, hey man, you know what? I'm getting it. He's like, right. So I've been working on this bit, and I was wondering if I could run it past you.
But it was kind of like, he was like, oh, so your feet hurt sometimes? I'm like, yeah, they hurt sometimes. He's like, do you ever wish somebody could just like rub them? I was like, yeah. He's like, would you just want like a foot rub on your stinky, big, deformed feet? And I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was telling him, because I have a cyst on my toe. I was telling him about my cyst. He was like,
He's like, it's like the Vince McMahon shit where he's just like passing
oh,
out.
God.
He's like, ah!
He's like, yeah, dude. But I'm like, you know what? Everyone else tells me the cyst is horrific. You're into it.
You know?
Thank you.
Don't
been trying
yuck
to
somebody's yum, you know?
And he said, at one point in our convo, he was like, please, if you could, just never block me. And I was like, all right. I was like, I will never block you. But there was a point where I was like, we can't continue this conversation anymore.
Oh, it's
goodness.
so funny.
Speaking of not continuing this
All right.
conversation, back to Get It or Forget It. So I got 3.5 shoes. Those of you who are astute listeners know what I mean by that. The first one we're going to get into, classic off rip, Jordan 1.
Whoa.
So this one is a little interesting. This is referred to as the schematic, and it is a kind of a redux of, they did this with the Air Force One a couple years ago. A little bit of a different style, but for the listener at home who is not watching on YouTube, Spotify, or Amazon, this is a pretty much all white Jordan 1. I'm sorry, my ignorance is showing.
Mid?
I was just going to say, is this a mid or a high?
This is a mid.
Okay.
This
Looks like a mid.
It looks like a mid to me.
So Jordan 1 mid, we've already established no one gives a shit. And then they wrote all over it. And let's just get this out of the way. Can we just like hit the off-white acknowledgement and then kind of analyze? So it is very off-white in the sense that they wrote the literal parts of the shoe. So it says like toe, vamp, like lace lock,
like a
all that type of
blueprint.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will show a couple more angles.
Very meta.
So it's
Yeah.
and also the swoosh looks like it was drawn on with a Sharpie. So this is kind of like
and it's labeled swoosh. In
Oh, there
case you got
isn't-
confused.
But there
Yeah.
not an actual swoosh. Like, it's not a leather swoosh. There's actually,
There's
it's
no
actually
swoosh.
just drawn
Yeah,
on.
it's drawn
drawn
on
on.
with a Sharpie.
Yep, and then
Saving money, trying to
Capsule.
cut costs because of inflation.
two last things that I'll mention. They
Yeah,
did a
Maggie's trying
different.
to help.
They did a different
Doing
bot,
what
Help
they
the
can
working
there.
man.
Yeah.
You know?
What's this
Hooking us
part
up.
called?
and I think they're really leaning into the educational angle on this because these are only available in grade school and preschool sizes.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
This
Which
is for
is-
you, Terry.
which is interesting. So you know what? I'll just because of that opening, I'm gonna start things off, and guess what? It's a get it for me. I think that like the concept is cool. I think,
Nobody's surprised.
yeah. I'm into the small shoe, and me and fucking Foot Fet 89 60 12 are gonna be all over this one like a bad suit. We'll go counterclockwise. Seth, what do you think about the
I'm gonna forget
ones?
it. I'm an easy forget it.
Easy
Ooh.
forget it. Right off rip.
Can't
from
wear
Seth.
these anywhere. Confusing. The swoosh says swoosh. No.
A little too on the nose.
Too obvious. No.
Yep.
Box is cool.
Box
Love
is
the
cool.
Box.
The box is sick.
You know, if you're a person who collects and you're gonna stock and not rock,
Yeah.
So
I
you got
would-
an expert over here.
I would stock them. I wouldn't rock them.
Yeah.
This to me, it's like a prog rock album. You don't have to enjoy it, but you're
Right.
you're glad that it exists.
Right, there
you
you
know? Bjorn, what about you?
Oh, this is a get it for sure.
Oh,
I want this for the studio. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I want this shit like
Yeah, that would
sitting
be
on
cool.
top of
The
the
decor,
like
yeah.
it'd be like a good decor
I can see
item.
that.
I'm looking at
This
it
is
as
a
more of a
decor shirt.
decor. I'm not gonna wear. I would never wear these, but I would love to have a pair. These are actually sick because it's like it's a classic Jordan. It's got all the things labeled. We're always talking about different parts of it, and we
was
could
just
like
gonna say,
point
yeah.
at it. It would be like really dope to have for the studio. So for me, it's a get it.
I see.
Nick.
Well, I had the same thought as Bjorn that this would be useful in the studio to identify the pieces of a shoe.
Display item.
Beyond that, and Bjorn is just committed to getting it for the studio, so therefore this is for sure a forget it.
I'm gonna pay for it for
Yeah.
for the
How much
studio.
is this going for?
Well, that's the next thing that we get into.
Yeah, we get into that soon, but no, this is ugly. It's like a plain white one, which
But
is boring.
It'd be
and
cool to
then-
have like a little tiny one to just be like, oh, well,
Oh
which
yeah, it would be.
point at the part that that hurt you.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, you already.
Yes, it was the
It
boxing.
was the boxing.
You explained its only purpose. But yeah, no,
It was
this
the
is,
boxing that hurt my foot.
This looks dumb.
Blew out my Achilles.
It blew my Achilles.
It's like, yeah, like you said, like they ripped off like the off-white idea, but they did it in like the cheesiest way ever, and it sucks.
so
So
forget
yeah,
it.
no, this
Big
is
forget it from Nick.
Big forget it. This
well,
is
so
dumb.
what I will say is, leading into
Whoa.
the next one, you guys got my gears turning because I think like this might be the whole reason why they never released it in a full size. These are $110 for the grade school ones. I think preschool is like slightly cheaper than that. But if you're only
So we
using
gotta
it,
go for the preschool ones
Yeah.
to get the cheapest
right.
possible for
Yeah.
the studio.
Terry already has them, dude.
Yeah,
oh, I got the early release.
So glad you said that.
Yeah,
he's
funny.
got a guy on the inside hooking him up.
Bring them on in, boys. We got a whole pallet of them because these things are going to be fucking dead on arrival when it comes to retail.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. These could be an employee store pickup for sure.
Yeah, we
Now,
gotta go to the kids.
This is going to be a funny one.
for these.
For as much as we're roasting these shoes right now for being... also, for the record, I would like to say, I didn't think anybody was going to say get it, so I wanted to be the voice of reason. Me and Bjorn are going to be wearing... No, not wearing.
Not wearing.
Just
Maybe
looking at
I'll
some
take a
goofy
cool
issues.
Instagram picture with my dog. Put them on.
You
but-
know
what
what?
you-
Your dog. You can put these on your dog.
he-
I,
He's a
I put
cute
those
dog.
on my dog and took an
Of
Instagram
course.
picture.
As you
You
should.
should get some shoes
my
for your
cat?
cat. Your cat's an
Whoa.
Instagram
Yeah.
star.
TikTok.
Have you done that?
TikTok.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, a TikTok star too?
He's more TikTok.
More
He's more of a
TikTok than
TikTok
Instagram.
guy.
Because
Yeah.
What's your cat's
He was
name?
doing pretty good on Instagram, so he
He's
must
doing
be
okay,
crushing
yeah.
TikTok.
What's his follow? Follow. I'm gonna pull mine up.
Cosmo. He's
Cosmo.
Cosmo. You know, it's still early days. We're getting
Yeah,
in there. You
it's
know,
fine.
he's got a couple 10K videos on TikTok.
That's
We're doing
That's
okay.
doing some
it's
numbers.
nothing viral, but you know, we're getting there.
Just imagining...
You
I don't
can't.
have any Jordans to put him in. You know, he hasn't worn a hat. He hasn't worn a
Right,
hat
no, you
yet,
gotta build.
know?
If you don't build up to the success, you just don't
Yeah,
know what you got.
That's
you know?
true. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
I'm just like
Cosmo
envisioning
is-
you
he's
at
on
like...
his way.
You're in Peninsula Park just like screaming at Cosmo because he doesn't know his
Do
angles.
something.
Yeah. All right, I was joking about
Love
those
it.
things that are going to be dead on arrival when it comes to retail. We're going to go around the horn the other way now,
Whoa.
and we're going to kick it to Adidas for a Yeezy per the usual. I had never seen these, I don't think, until today. These are the Yeezy 450 Sulfurs.
Oh God.
Yeah, baby.
So, for those of you at home,
These are good for a funeral.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
my own funeral, because I
Yeah.
wouldn't be. Actually, no, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing these. So,
If you're Riddick from
Oh my
Chronicles of
God.
Riddick, like what the fuck?
Hey, do you have to go to court, dude? If you want to get sentenced for sure, you should wear the Adidas Yeezy 450s so first.
do you have to go to court in another galaxy?
Do you want to
Another
do
galaxy.
you want to not be trusted by
Do you want to
any-
get out of jury duty?
any interdimensional judge of any multiple realities in any galaxy?
Oh my god!
This does look like the required footwear for if you live in an intergalactic prison.
Get it? Get it?
Seth, please hold your comments
All right.
until we're at
I'm sorry,
your,
Terry.
your point.
Wait.
We have the designated Yeezy fan in the building, Nick Scalzone.
No, big hype beast. Nick.
Oh yeah, hype beast Nick. Hype beast Nick.
Oh, hold on.
needs-
Before you give your opinion, let me
Yo.
give you some more views.
Oh, that doesn't change anything.
I can't even describe what this is.
It looks like a larva. It looks,
Yeah, larvae.
does.
looks like somebody
best-
jizzed on a larva.
All right.
Sorry.
You
Anyway,
guys-
Nick, what do
you
you
guys
think?
are
Grosser
haters.
than needed.
You guys are haters, and no.
Oh, that's the bottom?
I love that so much.
I don't have
Yes.
a pair of these yet.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Yet?
going
Don't.
for it.
Somebody
Oh.
stop Nick from
Because I
buying
need,
these.
I need a pair of these. This
These-
is
no,
not
you
the
don't.
first
Oh.
colorway. This is
These
the
are going to be
third
so
colorway.
I know these are expensive by how stupid they look.
No, they're actually not that bad, and the
Really?
demand isn't that high because of how fucking
Weird.
stupid they look.
Oh, bizarre.
Because of the Pete Davidson piece?
Yeah,
For
the
like,
beef.
what- is
That's it. These are the
No.
air skeets. That makes
The air
perfect
skeets,
sense.
skeets.
Look at Pete Davidson's gonna
There's
buy
kids.
these. He likes crazy shoes.
Oh god.
Oh
He
my
wore
God.
the Air Max on a roast. He's
Okay.
gonna fucking buy these.
All
He's a
right, but are
crazy
you
kid.
gonna buy these,
But-
Nick? Because
Yeah,
you just
these
said.
are definitely
Yeah.
gonna get it. I love
All
the
right.
forfeit. It's so
There's
dumb
no way you're
that I
going to
want
buy
it.
these.
I'm gonna
Don't-
try.
Don't do the thing and you complain about the
Seth,
bots.
I'm gonna tell you. Don't challenge either of these two on weird shoes because one time I did and Bjorn almost bought the Balenciaga shoe socks.
On the I like pulled my phone out. I was
He
like,
literally
you
got it. They were in the
no.
cart.
Terry said
I was like,
I could
it's not
never
you-
wear them, and I was like, the fuck I can't. Like I was
The ultimate who
considering
wear
purchasing
these.
them.
Who wears these?
He said I couldn't, and I was like, it's on, baby. Like I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'll do it.
spend.
You were like,
I'll
"They're
do
socks,
it.
dude. They work for wide feet.
Well, that's big.
You. I'm
So
gonna do
yeah,
it.
be careful.
Yeah.
What about these, Bjorn? You
Oh
gonna
my
buy the
god! I
sulfurs?
just can't. I just can't.
Hey, man.
I can't do it.
Does
like
anybody here care about having art on your feet?
I
Because
do.
that's what this is.
this is art on
I'm
your
coming
feet.
around to Bjorn.
I want
to
to Nick.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just I
I
really
hear you,
wonder
Seth.
how
Yeah.
wide they are.
Visionary.
I want to know how flexible they are in this
You wanna
zone
know
here.
how wide they are?
I
This
got-
is not the shoe for you.
So it's a forget it. It's a forget it.
Questions.
It's a forget it.
Women have been wearing like heels and shit. You know what I mean? This is just like the thing you're like.
How wide are these
I wanna be-
Louboutins?
Yeah.
I don't know. They got red bottoms, so we're good.
You just gotta do it, man. If you're going to an art gallery,
Is this what you wear to an art gallery?
no. I'm trying to think of a scenario
Now that you said it,
where
when
you should
I
wear
get
these.
when I get a pair of 450s, we're going to the art museum.
All right, I'm
We'll
down.
fucking
Wearing
go
them.
look at Van
We'll-
Gogh or whatever is
We'll
there.
look at some dumb stuff. I've
just
been
look
to the
down.
art museum.
It'll be at a coffee shop
I like the
that has
Portland
art
Art
on the
Museum.
walls,
It's lovely.
and we will wear
I'm not
the
that
Fucking-
450s.
There's art there.
I hope so.
Where are you at on this, Seth?
Oof. I'm really torn after all this.
I was gonna say.
I feel like I was anti before, but then when I consider these an art display on my feet,
Uh-huh. You got to change your perspective, brother.
I'm gonna forget it.
Oh!
Any explanation?
I mean,
I mean, you could say,
they
look
are
at them.
An objectively ugly shoe. I mean,
I want to see them on feet. like
you need to see him on feet.
I need to see him on feet, but still,
All right.
when I have, I'm not impressed. So and I hate to admit
you
that.
send a screenshot
If
to
you
your
are
buddy.
going to eat at a restaurant that has no name on the door, like there's no name, you're just in there.
Everything is market price, that
Right.
kind of restaurant.
This is a good shoe to wear.
I don't think you should be allowed to wear these anywhere close to people eating. I think that's
okay.
fucked up. I think that they're going to look at them and be like, oh, God.
I was at a sushi restaurant in Portland somewhere. It was like north
This looks like
Portland,
something that could
and
be
I
served.
I
in a
saw,
sushi
yeah,
restaurant.
it does. It looks. This is the perfect sushi restaurant
This
sneaker.
looks like an entree.
But this couple, like they both were just like flexing out of control, and I was like, wow, all right, okay. Like one of them had Yeezys on, and the other one had like some wild off whites that I had to
flex.
look up because I was like, I
Sneaker
know those are
couple?
worth a lot. Yeah.
That sounds disgusting. Like only one person
Sneaker
per
couple.
relationship should be doing this.
Into that,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I don't
Okay,
know.
I want your opinion on this because
Yeah,
I keep
please.
trying for like hype cool shoes for my girlfriend, and I keep striking out. But
That's
I'm
good.
because you think that's good? You think I need to keep this?
Good you have a girlfriend.
It is. I was on a dark path.
Okay.
But no, but that's the thing. So like, if I like, eventually I'm gonna get her an awesome pair of shoes,
Yeah.
and then we'll go somewhere and both be wearing hype shoes. Is that just hard?
No, that's fine.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
The ones that you've talked about are always like tasteful shoes. They're not like
Dude, I
it
have
ain't this shit.
exceptional taste unless it's for myself.
Oh, well, I haven't.
I'll wear ridiculous shit, but like for other people, I'm not gonna put them in this.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
I
Nick,
also-
I like your
I'll-
whole I like your whole shirt shoe combo. Here.
Yeah,
This is very
no,
good.
I dress in crazy stuff, but you know, I have a sneaker podcast, so I feel like it's like my job.
Okay.
You know, supposed
right.
to be. I'm
I get
supposed
it.
to wear camo and fucking
I like this outfit.
Hawaii.
No,
Iron shirt and
the
the
tongue of your
mace.
shoes with your shirt is very good.
Oh yeah, no, I'm.
I get the subtlety. I grasp it.
Yeah, no.
I would hit on you for sure.
Yeah.
If I saw you at a bar, I'd be like, that guy.
Yeah. Would you be upset if he was like, no?
He's
Come
like,
on, dude.
like, no,
you're
I'm
open for
straight.
business, dude.
Like, come on.
Dude,
Well-
I would be so
like,
polite.
why are you
though.
walking around
Yeah.
like that? If you are not receptive to a Bjorn advance,
You can't. You
this
can't
man
wear.
has to live in this city.
You can't wear shoes that kind of match but don't exactly match, and then not want compliments.
We
all
know
the time.
there's just too much thought put into your
Yeah.
outfit. That's the problem.
Yeah, this whole outfit is.
It's misleading.
I want attention. Is the outfit? It's fantastic.
I love attention, is
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
No, I'd be super polite if you hit on me. I mean, I'm not gay, but like, I'd be really nice to you, and
You let me down
we would
nice.
probably like hang out for a few minutes and like talk and have a good
About
No,
sneakers.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want that from you, Nick. If someone's hitting on you, they want that ass. Right? They don't want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Right, but I give them the next best thing. I
Oh,
be
friendship?
friendly. Yeah, friendship, dude.
Friend zone them. That's the next best
Terrible.
thing, right?
Stop dressing like that. Is what I'm saying.
Are you saying I'm
You're
on a
sending
tease over here?
signals that you're not backing up. All right, it's your fault.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
this so much right now.
gentlemen,
Yes.
it's a forget it for me.
Wow,
really
you hyped it
tiring.
up.
Oh,
so
$200.
$200.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
see, that's not even that bad. Free Yeezy, that's cheap.
And only grade school.
No, that's a carryover from the previous.
Oh, okay.
Ignore that. This would be child abuse if you put them on.
Grown men can wear these. I can wear these and play disc golf. You know?
All right, so we
Ooh.
had two
These are a
out there
disc golf
options.
shoe.
These next ones might be very good disc golf shoes.
Yeah, let's see
and we will. Well, let me pull them up first. These are the Air Max 90 Pteroscapes. Oh, we got some
Ooh.
excitement in the studio. These are the lime ice
This is right up my
colorway.
alley.
Yeah?
So
Oh, yeah.
they are 90s with a translucent sole.
Thank
That's where
you.
the lime ice comes in. They're pretty much all black.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little lime green insole there. We'll see some. Seth's getting all hot and
on.
bothered over here.
I hope the price isn't too much.
Well,
It's
we
gonna
will-
break- the price is going to break my heart.
We're gonna find out after we go around the horn. But Seth, I feel like
buy.
hard
Hard
buy.
buy.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it or forget
Ooh.
it.
Get it on the 90s.
Get it.
Yeah, this is a good one. I love Air Maxes. This is a great shoe. You know, I could wear this at a funeral. I could wear
You
this at
could.
a wedding. could
I
wear
want to go
this.
to that funeral.
I want to go to that wedding.
At a Max funeral.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a shoe for all occasions.
Yeah.
You know? I feel
Stand-up shoe.
it's a great stand-up shoe. You know what? A thing about, have you ever gotten into the weeds of stand-up shoes? Because
A little bit.
There's a big try-hard stand-up shoe thing.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you see someone who's like got like the hot Jordans on or something. You're like, you don't wear those shoes.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
wear those shoes.
When you look at the
yeah.
person, you're like, no.
You bought those for this.
What did you think of the Flyknit 4s
Woo!
that were on the orange ones that
Eric Andre
Eric
special?
Andre wore?
Well, first of all, love Eric Andre. Terrible special. I cannot watch that guy do stand up.
Get him.
I was so turned. I love his show and I love a lot of what he does, but
There was a couple good jokes in there,
The
but
stand up is so not for me that I did not even notice the shoes.
oh really? They're
But-
bright as they
The
were as
shoes
bright
were-
as this.
Yeah, they're that
Really?
color orange.
Yeah, well, I was like, I'm out. I was out early. But what I like about these is like, this is subtle. This
It is.
subtle. It's not too flashy.
But there is a little bit of flash in
People
there.
who know will know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really who you care about. You know,
It's true.
the,
You,
the connoisseurs will be like,
you
well,
see
okay.
90s, you're like someone knows their
Yeah,
shoes.
oh, okay, all right, yeah,
All right. Bjorn,
yeah.
how do you feel about the 90s and
Oh,
the lime ice?
I love a 90. Like the Air Max of the Air Max line, the 90 is my favorite silhouette. So of course this is a get it for me.
That's a great shoe. That's a great shoe.
Perfect.
I have a pair of the Air Max 90s in the black and white golf editions, and that's what I golf in, like for real.
Yeah,
And I'd probably frisbee golf in them. I haven't frisbee golfed in them yet,
Woo.
but
you should say disc golf.
disc golf. Excuse
you.
me.
I was
Say, how
Excuse
dare
me.
you?
It's
Thank
been
you.
a minute.
We're trying to legitimize. this
I haven't
activity.
pulled
All
my
right.
discs out in a minute. I've been more of a ball golf guy lately.
God,
Sorry.
gross.
You know,
You mean
I
a
went
golf guy?
I
No.
went through a
What kind of golf?
what kind of golf?
Ball golf?
Ball golf
The
or
real
disc
kind
golf?
of golf.
Oh,
Okay.
the soccer
The kind
golf
that's
that they
called
have at the golf
soccer.
courses because
they
no one
do.
shoots
Soccer
golf anymore?
Soccer golf is cool.
You know about this?
I you know
No.
I
Into the
big
basket.
cups?
yeah, they have it
Oh.
at a couple of the places I go to.
Yeah, soccer
And-
golf.
Soccer, this is America. Why
va-
are we
a variation
encouraging
of-
soccer?
It's
Knock it off. That's not
it's
for
foot
us.
golf.
I want
Football
this shoe. I
golf.
want this shoe. I want the shoe hard.
I like this shoe. It's sick.
Bjorn's into.
I'm
Nick?
into it.
Honestly, it's a good looking shoe. I'm not the biggest 90s guy.
This
I
is
like,
too tame for Scalzone.
I like the
I
Air
feel
Max
like.
one, and you're 100% right. I
Yeah,
like
too
loud,
tame.
ridiculous shoes, and these are pretty subdued. Now
You
there
want
is.
the Galaxy. You want the
said
Galaxy
there
foams.
was. You said there was a half, so I'm guessing there may be another colorway of these. But on this
Card counting
particular,
Nick out here.
yeah, dude, I'm good at math, dude. Like on this particular one, I'm gonna forget it.
Forget it for Nick.
But I love the detail of the like translucent sole. That's a cool detail that I really like on these.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it pretty quick for mine. I've gone on record that the kind of all black shoe is not really my cup of tea. You were talking about all black forces before.
Home invasion.
I got a
Home
pair
invasion.
of the Force 50H, which is like the skate ones, and they're all black. And when I look down and I see them on my feet, I'm just like, oh no. But these. Oh yeah!
Ooh.
You kidding me? Look at these fucking things. They're slick. They're stylish, like y'all said. They give you just enough to get people impressed, but not so much that I'm gonna have sneaker dudes trying to talk my ear off. So this.
These Air Max 90s give you like an extra good solid half-inch of height.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
I like that.
I get called tall when I wear Air Max 90s.
Oh, okay.
Dude, you're just tall.
No, but I don't get it, when I'm in,
In
my
a
other
regular shoes.
Yeah.
In your Asics.
How
Yeah,
tall
my
are you?
Asics, I
You're
get
like
it.
6 foot, right?
I'm 6'2".
6
Thank
foot
you.
two.
My wingspan is 6'5".
Yeah.
Ooh,
Dude, I'm
baller
5'7".
I don't know my
Yeah.
wingspan.
So
But-
you can't be like,
I don't even know that.
You can't be like
Combine,
6'2" and complain that you don't get called tall.
Yeah. Oh, I do it. But
Yeah,
if I wear the Air Max, I
you
get
don't
that
get
little.
to do that anymore.
But here's the
I
thing:
forbid you.
6'2", you don't get called tall.
6'2 and a half.
6'2"
6'2",
is tall.
6'2 3/4". Oh,
6
They're-
foot and up is tall.
they're saying it.
They're
saying
like
it.
Do you play basketball?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, Stretch, what's going on?
Hey,
You're like,
Stretch. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess 6'4" is the fucking how's
yeah.
the weather up there fucking guy. But like,
They're like, what are you, 5'10", Bjorn?
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
This pushes me through the.
Right,
this
but-
pushes me these
dude,
shoes.
you throw 6'2" on Tinder, you get extra swipes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't have
Yeah.
your struggle. These shoes, they push me into the gosh, you're tall compliment level.
do you like that? Is it a nice place to visit?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever want to live there.
Shut up.
No, I'm dead serious.
You don't want
Don't say that in
compliments from
front of this
people.
man.
The tall one? The tall one?
I gotta wear bullshit like this to
guy-
get compliments.
These guys got
Listen, Seth,
platform shoes.
me and you, we're in the perfect range. 6 to 6'2", perfect height.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Taller than that?
This is
I'm
what,
not
this is
trying
what
to
Nick
have
wants to
fucking
hear.
open night at the Improv every time I walk into a room and there's someone who thinks that they're funny. No, fuck out of here.
You get,
Yeah.
you think of some sick burns, dude.
Yeah, but you can't fit in cool cars either. Like,
That's true.
Look,
We
leg
could drive a
room-
Miata all day,
leg
Nick.
room. It's an issue.
I was
We
on
could
a plane
drive
the other day.
any
It was
car.
miserable.
It's an issue.
It sucked. I'm only 6 foot. Anyway, not miserable. You were
Nick is gonna
right.
pull out his Montana 270 rifle and just shoot us in the fucking heads.
I wouldn't do that.
Uh,
and it's a 300 bigger than a 270.
Wow.
These are same shoe, Nick. You're right. It's a half. We're going right back around the horn. These are in the sail colorway. I didn't change it on this slide, but deal with it. They are pretty much all white with a black swoosh. Very classic. Very kind of straightforward. Black pull on the tongue. We're going counterclockwise. Get it from Terry. Nick,
Get it. 100%.
get it.
Oh.
This is
Is
the
it flashy
closest.
enough for you?
Yeah, and it's the close. Like, it honestly looks like a little bit like the off-white 90s that they made.
Oh,
It
Like, it
does.
has
Little
that
bit.
translucent. It has a lot
Whoa.
of the details of the off-white
Okay.
90.
All right.
I like it.
All right.
See, I knew there. I knew you had that half, and I was like, if they do these in a white with
You've
a black
been paying
swoosh,
attention.
or even in just a white shoe, I might be in.
Also,
and I'm in. These
note
are good.
this is an interesting thing before
They
we keep
look
going. Look at the way that the weird little heel tab, thing.
It's
It comes
like-
off the swoosh.
It
Yeah, it's
comes
like an
off the
extension
swoosh.
of the swoosh,
Wow,
like they
that's-
wrap
that's
the
pretty
swoosh around the
clever.
shoe.
They
Kind
thought about that.
of interesting.
Wow.
Bjorn,
Oh yeah, I mean, still huge fan of the 90. I like the fit. I mean, I want to just PSA, always go up a half size. I go up a half size, especially if you got a wide foot. So I do a 10.5 on this one.
Wide foot gang.
Yeah, wide
gang.
foot gang.
Are you a
wide
half
foot
size
gang
up
gang?
on these two, or-
So I half size up on these. Do you?
I don't think so.
You go true to size on them?
Yeah, I go 13.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, yeah, man's
Ladies.
working
At
with
a
monster over
13,
here.
yeah, working with a monster doesn't really matter. Just
pair of monsters.
I like the swoosh extended into the heel tab. I also like the eyelets. There's also that. It's kind of like a
Little gusset.
yeah, the little gusset in there. I'm into both of them, honestly. Like I like these. These are clean. I might. Here's the only thing. I'd probably do a black lace swap on this because I think a black lace swap would look dope
Might look
Dang.
kind of cool, yeah.
to kind of like accent the black on there.
So to review,
Oh, to get it for sure.
perfect. Seth, close it out.
I am a forget it.
Wow!
Get it out of here. First of all, I hate the air bubble thing in the shoes. That's terrible. It's tacky. Get it out of here. All right. We don't need to see it. It's disgusting.
I don't want to see that air unit.
I don't want to see the air unit. Get it out of here.
Hide it.
So the last two that you
Kids are
were
around.
you were raving
make us see
about the last one that also had that area.
First of all, I hate the grid on the what do you call it? If we had the shoe,
Yeah, if we had the shoe from 2 shoes ago on the gusset and the.
you know what? I don't want my inconsistencies
Yeah,
pointed
you're
out.
contradicting yourself, sir.
This shoe sucks.
So, well, I think that makes it pretty clear. The next question you would
It's
prefer.
gonna get dirty easily.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Now he's
Don't
got some
step
pragmatism.
in a puddle.
So you prefer the?
So it looks like a suede. So yeah, it probably would get pretty dirty.
I would say the noir version. Bjorn, which one, if you had to choose, ebony or ivory on this?
Ooh. I'd probably go with the black ones
Nick?
on this one.
I already said no to the black ones. and
Oh,
yes
that's
to the
right.
white
That's
ones.
right.
Which one are you for?
The other ones.
This is against type. The black swoosh on the white ones just kind of looks weird to me.
Yeah.
It like doesn't have enough detail. It's like it just looks like a void. I don't know. Getting real like philosophical here. So I'm gonna go with the black option because I think they're cooler. And these, to answer your original question, Seth, you're gonna be able to get out the door for $140. So I know that's a little above the $120 kind of watermark. But if you want to get out of the Asics game, get into the Nike game, you got to pay the premium price.
Well, Seth, you have a lot of pairs of 90s. I've seen you do stand-up in 90s.
I have I like 90s.
Like a number of times.
Yes.
Various
Thank you, Nick.
pairs. I noticed.
Do you?
Oh, what are you
Really?
What are you keeping tabs?
Yeah.
He's a foot fat.
A little bit. Yeah. Foot fat. He's foot fat. He was the one texting you on the bus there, entertaining your life.
No, I noticed
How
good
much you
juice.
sweat in those 90s?
How much
They really
in those
seal
90s?
Juices, I bet.
So I was curious about the industry stuff too. He's like,
Yeah, I'm trying to get in the door, dude.
I have some 90s.
Stand-up's a tough game.
I think I only have 2 pairs.
Okay. I've seen you wearing 90s at stand-up things.
Yeah. It's a good stand-up shoe.
Yeah.
Solid performance.
You get those
like
compliments
You
at
look-
the end.
You look like a little. You want to be a little. It's like, oh, he's a little fancy, but it's not too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Humble.
Yeah, it's
Humble.
not like
It's a humble
not like
shoe.
He's not trying too hard.
Yeah.
yeah,
you know?
you're not going into like some hype Jordans where it's like
right.
you know.
And then it's like got to be about that. Like if your shoes are too nice, people are like, oh, so this is gonna be about the shoes.
Or you just
I
have
want
to
you
be
to see the shoes and then forget the shoes. You know?
yeah, or you have to be like so like it's like the shoes I feel like can put pressure on you. Like you have to be so good that you
It's
get
true.
away with wearing like
The Kobe Achilles
right.
roll up. Yeah.
Right, like
Do you have a pair of those?
No.
yeah.
Would you ever
Those were,
think
like,
about wearing
so
those?
much money.
Oh, were they?
What were they called? Terry, do you know?
Can you bring those up? I'm really curious
I think
what you're
they came out
talking about.
after Kobe hurt his Achilles, honestly, too. They like had the whole pull-up sock in the shoe. It was
Oh, I
so
don't know
bad.
about those.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
see.
do my
You
best
wouldn't-
to try to track these down.
Try to find
Yeah.
them.
Are you talking? Oh, I think
You find them?
They're-
I believe I have them. Yes.
Very
This is-
curious about what
These
look-
things.
Yes.
These?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was it.
So
Oh
When
my
some guy
god!
rolls up to the park in these, it's like this guy sucks, or this guy sells cocaine, or both. You know, but it's not. It's definitely one of those at least.
So yeah, these came out in end of 2013, and this was around the time like Nike was really fucking with a lot of weird like sock liner and
Yeah.
because they did this on all the skate shit too. The Costins had
Yep.
like a really high liner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
yeah.
they were really
These
the
went
R&D
up
department.
so far. They went
Yeah.
up so far on the back of your leg.
So
These were
here's
like
the-
thigh-high stockings.
this was the funniest look
Like,
too
who are
because
you
like
trying to fuck out here?
this is around the time when like all of the compression.
These would be
craze,
good for fucking. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
man.
Like if you're not balling, you're
If
fucking.
you have a Size 10 podcast strip club,
These will get you some
someone's
grip.
coming out wearing these.
You're like, no
Yeah.
touch.
You show up in the bedroom, no clothes, but these on your
Dude, we
feet.
told you the business plan in confidence. Can't be putting that out on the
Oh,
airwaves,
excuse
dude.
me.
Like the competitors will start opening up.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Terry.
No, I'm just enamored with this shoe right now. I'm staring at it.
Oh my god.
We all gotta get them.
Let's
Yeah,
hold
there's
on.
some heaters.
You know what? I should
eBay?
look up. Let me see real quick what the running price is. of a
What?
pair
Which
of those,
Kobe's were those? What
the
number?
nines?
Those
The
are the Kobe
nines?
9.
Yeah.
Or the Grinches that everybody
Those were the
wears.
6.
Those are the
Kobe
6?
6.
Oh boy.
I remember those went-
All right. Well, these shoes are. These ones are kind of in a colorway that
Oh my
sells for
God.
money.
They
And let's
they
see-
kind of
Oh, there's,
remind me of
none
like the
them
Command
left.
Force, you know, from White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
those?
But like, can you imagine how
The full sock
insane it is
shoe
to show
look,
up
though.
to actually play basketball wearing this kind of
Well, so
shoe?
what I was
It
gonna
the
say
most
is-
insane look to even approach.
It's a tough
Like,
look.
why nobody is doing this? Like,
Yeah.
why?
You kind of look like the goth kids with those really high Chuck Taylors that they buy,
Yeah.
or like the platform boots.
It looks like the Balenciagas we were just
It
talking
kinda
about. It's like
does.
the tall, skinny,
It's
like
definitely Balenciaga adjacent.
It kind of
Kobe's,
it
for
kind of
sure.
reminds me of like if astronauts were athletic, this is what they would wear.
Yeah, like
Like,
Like,
in-
I
Are we
think
gonna
they
ball
have
on
to
the moon?
They have to be in a certain level of shape to withstand G-forces and stuff, right?
Yes.
I think that they could
Yeah.
probably
I
ball
like
on
this
Mars
little,
for
like-
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ball on Mars,
Dude,
outrageous.
I could dunk on Mars.
I could dunk.
Well,
I
'cause
probably
there's
could
less
too.
gravity, right? I think I could get like 4 feet off the ground.
I believe in you. I'm not buying these things.
5 feet. I'm pretty short.
I think that they'd look
How
good
high's
with
a
like
hoop?
sleeves.
It's like 10 feet or 9 feet.
10.
10 feet.
Okay, so I gotta
9
go.
feet at your favorite grade
I gotta
school.
go like 4.5 feet. That's pretty high. The moon, maybe not Mars, but the moon. I think
The moon.
I got it.
Ball outrageous.
I believe you. All right, we're getting towards the end. Seth, you got anything you want to plug before we bust out of here?
Assville podcast. Hey Seth Allen, all platforms. Achilles tall Kobe 9s. Just send me a pair. You know.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, what if you get a nice little package and it's like foam?
I
foot
could never
fat.
even. I feel like I would be so embarrassed to wear those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, just give me a pair of those Kobe's and I'll wear them. I think no.
You know what I think they
You're
would
on
do.
stage just feeling weird.
Like,
Just
please don't.
I think they would do well over at Pier Park.
Pier Park.
Yeah, Pier
Go
Park.
huck a little disc.
A couple
wearing those
couple
things?
discs sit there.
Forget about it.
Yeah, maybe that's the new disc golf shoe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the new. That's the new style.
Gentlemen, anything on your end?
I got a new show starting on Thursdays next month, so April. Every Thursday at 8:00 at Neighbors Tap Room. Me and Eliza Butler are doing a new showcase.
Every Thursday, you're doing a weekly.
A weekly
Grind.
again. I know
Grind
I'm
mode.
grinding hard. Like we stopped doing the 10 comedians, and now I'm just doing 3 comedians instead. Just a little showcase. Yeah, that's all I got to plug.
Where is it? Neighbors.
Neighbors Tap Room.
You want to give the folks a little more detail on where
It's on
location is?
Burnside. It's on Burnside. I want to say it's like 12 something. Burnside. I can't remember the exact address.
East side, west side.
Oh, that is
East.
that's
East
the
side.
hot. That's a hot spot.
Yeah, it's a hot spot. It's a little tiny tap room.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, we're just starting that.
At what time?
8:00.
Thursdays at 8.
Yep.
Neighbors. Eastburn. Not Eastburn.
When's the
East
first one?
Burnside.
The 7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Nick, anything on your end?
Nah, just this.
this
Bjorn
podcast.
might book me on his show eventually
probably will.
he feels bad for me, and so you could possibly see me there. But that's about it.
There you go. Run up. Get done up with comedy at Neighbors on Thursdays at 8. That's going to do it for us here. We're going to be back on Wednesday with the full show. You can subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon,
Oh, you guys didn't pull it off Spotify.
all the
for
stuff.
content.
No.
Oh, no,
Oh,
they're
dude, we
standing
got no
in
leads.
solidarity.
This information. You're
Yeah.
in solidarity with
Standing in
Fully.
solidarity.
Yeah.
Fully.
Listen, first,
No, we tried to
love
think
it.
of our own misinformation to spread. Actually, we were big fans of the idea.
First they came for the borderline racist, and I said nothing. Anyway, I will say this. We got video on YouTube, Amazon, and on Spotify, and we got audio on every
Yeah.
other place that you could ever look for. You can check us out on social at Size10 Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And last but not least, if you enjoyed the show, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're trying to get some more folks in. And if you want to hit us up on social, let us know what you want to see in the future. That would be lovely. I'd really appreciate it. And that's it. Let's get out of here, boys.